forgot the news that I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child. Oh yeah, I'm a wild one. You better turn it up, better keep the channel dialed, cause you're watching Vilemike and his real wild child.
Howdy, folks. It's Vilemike here, and it's Happy Egg-Laying Rabbit Day. How you guys doing?
I didn't know rabbits
laid.
laid. I didn't know rabbits laid eggs.
Apparently, today they do.
Oh, only one day a year they lay eggs. Gotcha.
So, yes, there's a new background. I put it on there just to see if anyone noticed, and of course, Elihu noticed eggs right away. I didn't think it was going to be that obvious, to be honest.
It is obvious, dude. I'm like, nice flag. I saw hundreds of them yesterday, so I recognize that flag. Nice flag.
Why? What was going on yesterday?
Oh, there was a march on Market Street.
Just a march for no reason.
There's a march protest protecting trans rights yesterday.
Okay. I didn't even know about that, but no, I thought I'd put this because, you know, I do want to support a little bit, only because I've been dealing with some assholes lately. I had one person tell me I should murder my child because she's dating a trans person. Yeah. You gotta love Jehovah's Witnesses, right?
I don't care what somebody looks like. I'm not trying to fuck them. Come on.
Oh, no. We had some Jehovah's Witnesses come to the house this week.
Oh, my gosh. Did you invite them in for tea and cake?
Well, what happened was this actually only happened on Friday. And for some reason, they came late in the afternoon, like after dark, which I don't think they're supposed to, but they did. I think they were just trying to hit all, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I live in a mobile home park.
Yeah.
And I think they were just trying to hit all the mobile homes before they left. And my roommates are a non-practicing Christian of non-denomination and a practicing former Lutheran, now Methodist. And of course, me. Now, the other two don't really care about the Jehovah's Witnesses. They were happy just to say, no, thank you. Whereas I decided to fuck with them. And, yeah, the conversation did not go the way I thought it was, because it was two ladies, and when I was saying, you know, like, I don't like the idea of, you know, religion trying to force its way into the government, especially when it comes to all this trans stuff that's going on right now. And they said, well, we're just trying to protect people. And I'm like, well, my daughter is dating a trans person right now. And they were like, oh, well, you know, you should put an end to that real fast because you want to save your daughter's soul. And I was like, I'm not, my daughter can date whoever she wants as long as the person's not being, you know, violent or emotionally abusive to her.
Well, you telling me that you telling me that my daughter's soul is in danger, so judge not least ye be judged? Okay, hypocrite.
Well, you know, they quoted the part from the Bible where it says that, you know, if your daughter's raped, you should stone her to death. And I was like, really? That's where you're going with this? I should murder my daughter for dating a trans person? And they're like, well, I'm not saying you should. And I'm just like, that. Now you guys can just leave. And I kind of made sure that because I went out and I decided to light up a cigarette. and I knew the next house they were going to because they started walking towards it. Is my neighbor who is cancer ridden and doesn't really answer the door that often. But I made sure I stood right there between the houses so they knew that I was still right there. And if they were to walk down, they'd have to talk to me again.
I am glad I live in a building where no solicitors are allowed. You can't come in, try to sell something, try to do religious. Not my building. No way. I'm so glad.
No, when I was much younger, I used to fuck with them a little bit more. I can't remember if it was Jehovah's Witness or Mormon back when I was in high school. For the last couple of years of my high school, I didn't really live at with my parents. I lived in their guest house. So I had the entire house to myself. And I was working nights, going to school during the day, and on the weekends, I mostly slept. Well, one time when I got home from work, we're talking like by the time I got home, it was like 6 o'clock in the morning. I made some dinner, quote unquote, even though it was breakfast time. And this guy walks up and he, says he wants to talk about the good word, and I'm wearing nothing but my tattered green robe. I'd just been working for 12 hours. And I said, fuck it. I let him come in. I sat down, spread eagled on the chair, and told him to sit down on the couch, and he could see everything. And he immediately was just like doing everything in his possible not to look at my junk. And I started asking him questions, but he was just like, he was so uncomfortable. He just got up and left. But it was just one of the funnier times that's happened.
What is that noise?
I think that is some of the landscapers down the way. I'm at the park right now.
Oh, because I heard like a humming noise. Like, what the hell is that?
Hold on. Does that help?
A little bit. It's not annoying. It's just, well, it's not obvious, but just a little annoying.
Yeah, maybe I should go over to LD or Anti-Trekker's stream, bug him because he's cutting into my time.
Well, they're talking about member berries and Star Trek. I still say Terry Matalas should let Salty watch the last two episodes ahead of time and criticize them. Salty even says, if I was given an advanced screening of the show, I would still talk shit about it. Well, he didn't say shit, but I'm like, yeah, that's honesty. You're not like Gary or Neurotica. Complaining this, complaining that, advanced screening. Oh, it's best thing ever in the world. Salty is more authentic about Picard than Gary.
Well, I'd give my honest opinion, and my honest opinion seems to piss people off, so.
But you're pissed off and pissed on. Unless you're into that.
No, my name's not Trump. I'm not into that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be pissing everybody off today with a comment like that.
Oh, I pissed off a lot of people yesterday and Friday on Twitter.
Well, earlier this week, I got really pissed off because... Okay. Sorry, I'm also eating while I'm talking, so it's making it even harder.
Couple Bird.
And Bird's in the house. How you doing, Bird?
You got tired of LVG.
But, so, I was leaving my car to walk into one of my Walmarts, okay? Now, occasionally our clients will mail us promotional stuff that we're supposed to install inside the stores, like the cardboard display type stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I had this box that was like 2 inches wide, but it was like 4 feet long. Okay. Had a bunch of stuff I'm supposed to put up inside the store. And I'm carrying it, like, under my arm. So, it's sticking out a little bit in front and a little bit behind me, right?
Mm-hmm.
As I'm trying to cross the street, or the little driveway between the parking lot section and the actual entrance to the store, this truck screams around the corner and nearly hits me. Now, not only did the guy nearly hit me, he hit the box I was carrying. That's how close he came. So he literally came within inches of hitting me. But because the box hit him, I guess he thought he actually hit me. So he immediately slams on his brakes. He's now like 20 feet away from me because he was going like 25 miles an hour in the freaking parking lot.
Yes.
And he opens his door. He looks behind. He goes, "Are you all right?" I said, "No, some jackass nearly killed me." And I'm not kidding. He goes, "Well, you don't have to be rude about it."
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, "Dude, you nearly killed me." "Well, it would have been an accident." What? Have a blessed day. He gets in his truck and drives off.
Oh my gosh.
And of course, because, the guy nearly hit me, I'm kind of paying attention to the things on the back of his truck, including his license plate number, which I did report to the sheriffs after talking to Mrs. Vile about it. But he had one of those big, American flags on his back window.
Oh my gosh. Can't even see out the back window.
Made up of guns and bullets.
Oh.
That said, you can take my gun from my cold dead hands. So the flag was on the left, the words were on the right, and of course he had certain political stickers that I won't try to go into too much detail about it. But I was just like, it's like the guy thought it was my fault he nearly killed me. He did not seem to care at all. He was more upset that I called him a jackass than he was that he nearly ran me over.
Well, I almost hit the maintenance guy yesterday.
Yeah, but there's a big difference between a half-ton pickup truck and a scooter.
No. My hot water shut off my building yesterday. Middle of the shower, all of a sudden, cold blast. I'm like, okay, I probably kept early. Nope. Water shut off. I happened to go downstairs on the way to the store. The head maintenance guy just happened to be in the building. I made a comment like, "Hey, the hot water shut off in the middle of the shower." You know what his comment was? "Well, you don't need coffee anymore." I'm like, fuck you.
At least you won't need what?
Coffee. I'm like, fuck you.
Okay, that's actually kind of funny, though.
Yeah, but I was like, fuck you. I was upset.
Sorry, you're talking to someone who takes cold showers fairly often just because I'm lazy and I'm sometimes too lazy to turn on the hot water.
Can't stand cold showers.
Yeah, sorry, Dandelion, I was chewing. Good morning, fellow West Coasters, and all of you unfortunates that live elsewhere. Absolutely.
Yes.
And good morning to you, too.
Us three are West Coasters, except for Bird, who's having to live in Queens.
Well, Bird, next week, two of the Vile children and their mom are going to New York, which means I won't get to see them for a week.
I was supposed to go to Florida in 2 weeks.
Oh, you were supposed to? What happened? What happened this time?
Can't find a cheap flight. I found a round trip ticket for $212, but the sale expired. LG and I had a hard time getting hold of each other. The hotel is no problem, just the flight.
Well, what you got to do at that point is check the stuff and see if it has a full refund.
Yeah, I got to pay like 40 to 60 bucks extra for the refund. That's United and Delta. And I'm not flying
Well,
Frontier.
Bird says it's not safe in New York. Well, they're going to, as part of a school project type thing, they're going with a bunch of their, it's run through their school. And so it's a bunch of their classmates, teachers, other parents. And part of the reason they're going is to go see a play on Broadway. I'm 90% sure they told me what play they're going to see, but I don't remember.
I'd rather see Cats or Les Mis.
I'd rather see what?
Cats or Les Mis.
I would not want to see either one of those.
Those are two classic, original, quote-unquote, Broadway plays besides Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to see anything like that. I'm not a big fan of Broadway. And Bird's like, oh, lots of children. That makes it safer.
Oh, I didn't know Cats closed. Damn it.
He's closer. I'll take his word for it because I have no freaking idea. I've only been to New York City once. I went for 2 days and 2 nights, and I spent the entire time in a hotel room. No sightseeing, no nothing.
I haven't been to New York in over 25 years.
Danny Lyon says, Cats is a nope for me, but Les Mis is pretty cool.
They're not trying to lick you. Sheesh. We had this discussion last night.
And, yeah, I wouldn't want to see Cats because if I wanted to see that much pussy on stage, I'd just go to a strip club. And as for Les Mis, if I want to be depressed, I'll watch the ASPCA, videos. The ones with what's her name singing the da 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 da.
Ellen Bonham Carter?
No. The you know what I'm talking about? In the arms of the angels. That song.
Oh, in the arms of the angel. Yeah.
And I just got a client copyright ID. Thank you, Leo. They had real cat tongue glued to their human tongues and licked the audience.
There you go, Alec. Perfect show for you.
In all honesty, I have no idea if that's true or not.
I just know that Cats decorated the whole entire theater like an alleyway. And it's supposed to be interactive.
No, I want to see the version of Cats where Bob Barker comes out in the middle of it and tries to spay and neuter everyone.
Gotta get his eyes scratched out.
You better not try to scratch the eyes out of Bob Barker. He was a national treasure.
What did he do? All he did was just host a game show. That's all he ever did. Like Vanna White, the only job she ever had was turning letters.
I completely agree, Dandelion. This one less so.
No. I don't want to see Dame's Judi Dench's butthole.
Okay, wouldn't you put it that way? Yeah, I want to see Dame Judi Dench's butthole, but almost everybody else on there, no. And then literally yesterday when I was hanging out with the Vile kids, instead of, not Caddy, the second oldest Vile daughter tells me that she's really likes Taylor Swift all of a sudden.
Well, she's now single.
She's always single.
No, she's officially single. She's not dating anybody. She's officially single.
She's always single.
No, she was recently dating somebody unofficially, kind of like 1-2 dates like that. But now she's officially single, not seeing anybody, not involved in anybody.
Okay, Elia, you're not getting my joke. She's always single.
Okay.
Because every album she gets broken up with beforehand and she writes songs about.
Oh, wow.
So she's always single.
I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan.
Well, neither am I. I will say there's 2 songs of hers that I actually liked at one point, but I literally liked the songs before I realized they were her.
What? Shake It Up?
No, the Romeo and Juliet one and one of the other ones. And I guess Annie Trucker is no longer streaming. But Jordan is. Jordan dares to stream during my stream. I say we all go over there real quick just to give him shit.
What the hell is Gorilla doing?
He's playing Rome Total War.
Actually, yes, Potato, I can help you out. Depends on where you're leaving from, Texas. What part of Texas are you leaving from to go to Boston? I can help you out. And when are you leaving? There are cheap ways to fly out of Texas. Close to Fort Worth, Dallas, Fort Worth. Okay, you want to check Delta one way and United one way back. You're flying out of Texas. Delta one way there and United one way from Boston to Fort Worth back. 2 separate airlines, try one way, dude. If you're not trying to book a hotel, okay? Yeah. Delta and United. You can actually get cheap flights that way. Yeah, a lot of people just go to the one airline. No, you want to go to multiple airlines. You're trying to travel cheap. The deal I found was Southwest and Delta for Orlando, but that still went off. So
sorry, I muted myself because I went over to Jordan's stream and I put into his chat, how dare you stream during the CNA stream? I am deeply offended and hurt and totally crying right now.
Dude, sorry, hang on, Potato. Dude, no, you are looking in the wrong place, man. You can get from Fort Worth, round trip from Fort Worth to Boston for $600, $700 tops, okay? I don't know where you're spending $1,000 at, looking at $1,000 at. Dude.
All right, so everybody on my stream right now, I just posted the link. Go over to Jordan's stream. Tell him I told him to give him a like, just for shits and giggles.
And Potato, if you're going through a website like Kayak, Priceline, Expedia, whatever you do not pay for the upgraded seats on that website. Go to the actual airline itself, then pay for the upgrade because you're paying for seats and service fares and taxes. Trying to save a few bucks, dude.
Okay, I got a question for you, Revan. Since you're you're coming to America, how much luggage are you bringing, and how long is your trip? And the reason I'm asking is Mrs. Vile, for a 2-week trip from Mexico to Mexico, packed like one giant bag, one smaller suitcase, and by giant bag I mean like it has wheels on it, so it's like a luggage, but it's not like a suitcase type thing.
Yes, Potato.
And yeah, come on, you can come on up, Revan. But yeah, she had like so much stuff that she was bringing for 2 weeks. The Vile kids are going for 1 week to New York, and between the 3 women, we're talking about 2 teenagers and their mom, have
Hola.
A grand total of 9 suitcases between the three of them.
Jeez.
And I'm the
Now
type of person, I would go to Texas for a month, and my entire thing would be packed into it. My everything I would bring would be in a single computer bag.
Now the issue, because I have to go international. You get me? I'm only allowed one checked suitcase with a carry weight of about 15 kilograms, 15 kg. That's in economy class. It goes up to 23 in business. Fun fact, I'm too tall for economy.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Oh crap! That means I'm too tall.
Like when I was there was a guy who reclined his seat. Now I do have a condition with my feet, but the thing is, my kneecaps felt crushed.
Ow.
Okay, so hey, Grandma.
Yeah,
Jordan,
they
you know I
have
was
to
kidding,
get
right?
your what?
You know I was kidding, right?
Oh, I was just gonna do a short one anyhow, taking over cartilage. But when did you put the thumbnail up? Because I looked at it like an hour ago and it wasn't up.
I put it up an hour and 10 minutes ago.
Hey, Potato.
Okay, so I must have looked like an hour and 11 minutes ago because it wasn't up. So I was like, so screw it. I'll do a quick Rome Total War there. See if people will watch.
I hope you got the sarcasm in my comment when I was saying I'm deeply offended and hurt and totally crying right now.
Yeah. No, I got it, but I was like,
then I told everyone who's on my stream to go over to your stream and give you a like.
yeah. No, I was just doing a quick one there because I was wanting to take over cartilage there. Then depending on how many people kind of like show up or interacting in that, and not that, like Germ's gonna be doing a watch party there. I usually try to make it to all of his.
Hey guys, I want to show Potato a little packing trick. Potato.
Okay. Yo.
Okay, I have 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 pairs of socks. Remember when you put those socks to get all bulky, right? What you want to do is you want to take each sock, put it inside another sock. So what you're gonna do is put one sock.
I don't wear socks.
Okay, well, just in case. Here's 1 pair of socks, right? It's not less bulky. You want to take every single one. Then you want to just basically fold it, and you have 5 to 6 pairs of socks all right here in the book of 1 sock. Little packing trick for you.
Wait, I thought the packing trick was to wear like 6 layers of clothes. So
No, you do not
Yeah.
want to wear multiple layers of clothing because you will get patted down. That machine is very sensitive at the airports. If you have
Yeah, I
multiple
don't
clothing,
care.
it shows a
Elihu.
bulk.
Elihu, what I do, and this is made it so I don't get in trouble for that kind of stuff, is I wear a pair of shorts underneath my pants, and I think I said this on the last stream.
Yeah.
And I just take my pants off while waiting in line, and then I fold them up and I put them to run through. And then same with my jacket and a couple of pairs of shirts they're not going to care about.
Yeah, I was talking about packing the suitcase. So basically, you can get more clothing in the suitcase.
Yep.
No, I can't. With my condition, I can't wear socks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Elihu, what you do when they pull you over to be patted down, tell them to give you a couple extra good, make sure to give you a couple good wakes while they're at it.
Okay, like for instance, this is my computer bag. Okay, see how the size of it?
Yeah.
I will pack a month's worth of clothes in this bag and take it on with me.
I can't. That's no. That's like a
Oh,
that bag.
and I still bring my laptop, the charger, all the other stuff.
Well, Mike, turning your underwear backwards, inside out, the backwards again doesn't count as 4 days of underwear.
No, it's while you're out there, you buy another set of underwear if you need to, or you do laundry.
A lot of hotels have laundry services and laundry washing machines.
Hell, and if, depending on the hotel you're at, some of them offer free laundry.
Yeah, the one in Hawaii. I was in Hawaii had free laundry services.
So yeah, all you do is leave the stuff with a note saying, "Hey, can you wash this for me?" They'll wash it and hang it up for you while you're out and about. I mean, it's great.
Yeah, usually there's a bag that says cleaning, dry cleaning. You can have a little check mark, dry cleaning only, or wash, and put it in the bag, put it outside the door. And
Yep.
the next day, you got your laundry.
So I just don't understand why people need to bring enough clean clothes to last them the entire time. It makes no sense to me.
No, it depends on what you're doing, and what y'all have planned there. Or, like me, I didn't have it when I had to go down to
They're all-
for.
You're
Of course.
roboting.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Nope.
No.
Are you on Discord by any chance?
You're roboting now.
I'm roboting?
No, Potato.
How about now?
That's
didn't hear
better. That's better.
I didn't
but
hear him roboting.
I did hear.
No, is this better?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay, well, when I went down to Kansas City, there was working 12-hour shifts down there. We didn't have time to do our laundry.
Again, that's why you have the hotel do it for you.
They didn't even have laundry services at that hotel. The first hotel they sent us to was a goddamn pay by the hour hotel there.
Are you sure
Oh,
you didn't
so
go to
no,
the
we're not-
prostitute hotel?
So I'm here by that
Oh,
hotel.
okay. When we get there, all right. I'll tell the story. You barely haven't heard this one, Potato. I've told this about a bunch of people. Okay, when we first got down there, we went to this hotel where all the rooms are accessed from the outside. There. First thing I noticed when I got to my room that my room
Hold on,
was
Gorilla,
unlocked.
you got a lot of stuff going on in the background right now.
No, I don't.
But you were
Or maybe
saying?
maybe it's Revan.
Yeah.
Sorry, move.
Well, anyhow-
Some fell from and I moved some. Sorry.
All right. But anyhow,
Oh my gosh, dude.
anyhow, all the rooms were accessed from the outside there. And the first thing I noticed when I got to my room there was the door was unlocked from or was unlocked and open there, which I kind of don't like that because I like to make sure my key works right away. You know, I don't want my room opened up like that before I even check in. But anyhow, when we got in there, it smelled like they just got done cleaning an operating room. Like they did not use any good smelling cleaners in there. But also all the furniture looked like they picked it up out of a ditch. Now another one of the guys said his door didn't even lock at all. Then one of the other guys there, he said he apparently found what looked like blood on his floor. We all gathered up in the parking lot. We called HR and said, we're not staying here. We don't feel safe. We don't feel comfortable. So either get us a different hotel or else we're going to be heading back to Iowa. So we spent 45 minutes on the phone with the people in HR there. And we're kind of like watching our surroundings in the parking lot there because there was a bunch of people all kind of just like staring at us from their balconies there. Then we had a guy in a freaking Cadillac with spinners and everything there. He had a cheetah cowboy hat on, just circling the parking lot. He's literally just circling the building. Then I was kind of watching up on the second floor there. I just kind of seen one gal. She went from door to door to door to door there. So I guess I got my first glimpse of what a hooker looks like. And so we just got the hell out of there. We weren't going to be staying there. They did get us a different hotel. But I was telling one of the supervisors while we were down there, I was like, yeah, if you're going to set us up in a hooker hotel, at least you could do is pay for one.
Yeah, I would definitely have complained. I would not want to be staying in an pay by the hour hotel.
Yeah.
If my boss ever put me in one of those, I'd be like, no.
I'll be right back. I got a Geloja.
Yeah, but the here's the first big red flag I had there. You're in one of the major cities there. That's the hub for a lot of transportation. You're next to the major highway that goes through the city. And then not only that, you're next to one of their biggest attractions there, World of Fun, and It's oceans of fun. And the hotel's only $39 a night. And this is well, granted, this was way before the jump in inflation there, but doesn't that raise a bunch of red flags for you?
Yeah, congratulations. You stayed at a murder hotel. You must be so happy.
No, they put us up in a hotel that just had a murder like 2 weeks ago. So, 2 weeks
Yeah.
prior. No, they set us up in a different hotel, and apparently someone was murdered in that hotel like 2 weeks ago before.
So basically, this is the hotel where the 5 a.m. wake up call are the police sirens.
Wait, the police siren stop?
Okay, point made. And how you doing, Jerm and Bill?
Hey, Bill.
One time, funniest thing I ever saw in a hotel, right? Because it just made me laugh. There's these two men in the room at the end of us, having a naughty weekend, if you get me. Right? You could hear everything. But the next morning, me and my friend, we were going to Comic-Con. Right? So we got up early, and the two men came out of the room, and we just looked at them and went, Father? Father? Both of them were fucking Catholic priests. Oh, God.
I come back and I hear Reverend laughing. Oh, what the hell did he just say? That's always bad.
Yeah.
Basically, I was at a Comic-Con a few years ago, and I heard these,
Which
there's
Comic-Con?
men staying... What?
Hold on, which Comic-Con? The real Comic-Con or one of the lesser fake ones?
What city were you in when you went to Comic-Con?
Dublin.
Okay, that's not Comic-Con then. That's one of the lesser fake ones.
It's a convention. You went to a Comic-Con.
No, it's Dublin Comic-Con. It's the biggest one in Ireland.
I thought the biggest one in
Okay,
Europe was
but
in
when you
Berlin.
say you're going to Comic-Con, specific Comic-Con is right here in San Diego. It's the original. It's the best. It's the biggest.
Okay. Congratulations, you must be so proud.
When you say Comic-Con, you gotta specify Dublin Comic-Con, so people don't think it's one that San Diego sucks.
Oh, San Diego's
Sorry.
a shithole.
I'm making fun of your lesser Comic-Con.
Ah. What bridge were you living under, Potato? What? Okay.
The London
Anywho.
Bridge.
So I was there, right? And and we heard these two guys in the room at the end of us banging away. And when we came out the next morning, it turned out they were two Catholic priests.
Well, were they just cosplaying, or do you think they were actual
No,
Catholic priests?
no, they were actual Catholic priests. They were going to an ecumenical fucking gathering that was going on in we were getting a new cardinal. So they were going to the ecumenical conference. They were doing something on their fucking leisure time, if you get me.
Hey, more power to them.
Well, don't worry. I'm sure they confessed the sin of fornication as well as the sin of homosexuality to each other, and were instantly forgiven.
No, that breaks their vows. If they did that, they would have been absolutely kicked out of the clergy.
I was making a joke.
I know. But the funny thing is, you want to know where it was? Want to know where this hotel was? Balls Bridge.
So that's the bridge you were living under.
Balls. He likes living under the balls by the asshole, right by the dingleberry.
That's where...
So were they in the taint room under Balls Bridge?
No.
That's early for this.
But they were in fucking room 69.
Wah, wah.
No, I've been serious. I was in room 68.
Now, fortunately, most of the hotels I've ever been in have had fairly thick enough walls that I didn't hear that kind of stuff.
Yeah, there's one hotel that it was very, very thin that I was staying in. I can actually hear them having sex.
Mm-hmm.
I think the worst that's ever happened was whenever I'm at a hotel, I like to go to the jacuzzis. And I went down to a jacuzzi one time, and there was this elderly couple having sex in it.
Did you go, Mom, Dad, stop? Let me join in.
No, I went in, and they both turned around to look, or one of them turned around to look at me. The other one didn't have to. And I was just like, oh. And I just turned around and walked back into the hotel.
Hey, let them have their fun, and they're old, okay?
I
I'm
wish
not
I
gonna
could say I
complain.
said something clever, but no, I was like, oh. And then I just walked back.
Yeah, I would not say anything. I would like, hey, they're old, let them have fun, okay?
I paid for €110 meal in coins.
I don't know. Is that bad or something? Don't you guys have like $10 euro coins?
No, it's 1 cent, 2 cent, 5 cent, 10 cent, 20 and 50 cents, then €1 and €2, and that's the only coins we have.
Then
The
it's
rest
okay.
are notes.
Yeah, paper.
And yeah, I paid for €110. Sorry, €100 meal in coins. I was fucking delighted. Your man was so pissed off.
Paying all them coins.
Yeah, like it went up his fucking arm when he like was stacking it and everything. Like, he had it in a bag with me, because the guy I put do not disturb in my room. They went into my room. They fucking touched my stuff, right? And I'm like, okay. Then when I went down to complain, they're like, oh yeah, you should have left a sign on the door. I'm like, I fucking did. It was on the floor. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to get this asswad back. I saw that he was the like dude in charge of the restaurant, like who you go to pay. So I decided I'm going to fuck with him. And I did, successfully. I ruined his night.
Yeah, sorry,
Like
I was just looking it up. Yeah, the highest euro coin they have is €2. So even
Yeah.
at the highest denomination, you would have had to have 55 coins.
Revan, it sounds like you need to start staying at better hotels. I haven't stayed at a cheap ass hotel, okay? And I've been traveling.
That wasn't a cheap ass hotel, man. Man,
I
that
stay at cheap ass
place,
hotels all the time.
that place was €200 a night.
Wow. The most I've ever paid for a hotel in the past 6 months was $52 a night.
Well, Germ, there's a reason they have the hot tub set at like 140 degrees. It's at that temperature it kills every pathogen, so they're fairly safe.
I
say that kind of sarcastically.
The hotel got taken over by a place called Clayton's, and we're going back up there. We didn't know it was the same place. Actually, no, Resolute Germ. I wasn't at the best hotel in Ireland. I believe that is the Four Seasons, maybe. But either way, it's €1,000 a night. I think. Hold on, I'll check out.
I'm checking best hotel in Ireland.
Yeah, I know.
Booking.com.
For our dates.
You want to check hotel.com for the actual ratings, not experience stays. Hotel.com actually has standards and issues for hotels. A lot of the websites have people who stayed there reviewing. No, this is actually people who's like
the highest hotel for when I'm going to Dublin is €750 a night. It's called the Marion Hotel.
God, that's like $800-900 American.
Yeah,
that's a trip, not a hotel night. Come on. I can stay at the Disney Tiki Hotel for $60 a night. That's on Disney property.
Here, I'll give you a look at it.
Those tikis are expensive. That is expensive, dude.
This is the hotel.
Okay. according to TripAdvisor, the best hotels are Stay City Apart Hotels, Dublin City, the Grafton Hotel, the Lake Hotel,
Like,
Mespil Hotel, Clontarf Castle Hotel,
Uh huh.
the Montanet Hotel, the Hyatt Centric, the Gal Bay Hotel, and Granville Hotel.
Where's Granville's in Waterford, isn't it?
I don't know. I'm just saying it was on the top 10.
Well, this place is looks like it was one of the old lord homes.
like a castle.
No, there was a couple of mansions around the place. Now, Waterford Castle Hotel that is still owned by Marquise, right?
I don't know.
And I'm just saying it is. I know it is because he won't shut up about it.
Well, then why'd you ask me?
I didn't ask him. I was telling you.
You asked in the form of a question. You're saying
said
it in
right?
a question. Yeah, and in a question statement.
Right is like it's not a question over here. It's like just a form
Right.
of saying okay.
Right?
You go, right?
Yeah, but you inflicted your ending your sentence with a high infliction, which was a question like, right? Not right.
So then now there's one up in Sligo who's owned by an English duke, and there's one in Belfast that I believe either was or still is owned by the British royal family as part of their private interests.
All right. Hey guys, have any of you guys seen The Last Starfighter?
A while
No.
ago, yeah.
Yes, many times.
Ages ago, yeah.
Okay. Wow, what's your favorite line in the line in the movie?
Greetings,
Alex-
I'm the last.
Alex, what
Starfighter.
did you do that for?
Alex, go to bed before I tell Mom about your pornos.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Followed immediately up by Alex, go to bed before I tell Mom about your pornos.
No, it's
I'm trying to
Alex.
find-
I said go to bed. It's Alex. I said go to bed.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something to put on the thumbnail.
Oh, you're starting to robot again. At least for me.
Yeah, he is.
Okay, is that better?
No.
Nope.
Ugh. The only thing I got open right now is Paint.
Close paint.
Yeah, StreamYard is not good when you have other programs open. If you go anywhere except Google, StreamYard loses its absolute mind.
That's why I was playing that intro a little staticky, Mike.
Uh-huh.
I'll show Mike a little intro I made earlier.
Yeah, Elihu made me a Game of Thrones one, but he's gonna make a couple of changes for me, and I'm probably gonna change the music
Yeah,
to
you
the
have to.
actual Vilemike theme,
You have to.
because otherwise I'm gonna be flagged like you wouldn't believe. And I'll try to play it next week.
Dude, I can totally remove the audio. You can add your own track.
So can I.
Okay. Then I'll just do it as is and have you do the rest. I can add some more spots and names and places if you want on there.
Well, if I get any more patrons, we'll add them to it. Speaking of patrons, my favorite patron, and as of right now, only patron, Yvette's in the house. How you doing, Yvette? So,
It's been
Now that
50.
Yvette's in the house, I keep thinking like all the Doctor Who stuff I still got to post to the damn store because I got some Doctor Who stuff I got to post.
You know, it's been 50 minutes and 34 seconds, and I have not seen Mrs. Cardenas type in chat yet.
Well, remember she's out of town. She might not be able to swing by.
Oh, God. So because I went on that website showing you I officially upped my website rating, right? And I am now booking a brand new hotel for when I'm heading off.
All right.
Wait, where are you staying at?
Dublin.
Oh, sorry. I only have codes for American hotels. Sorry. I was going to give you a code for staying in America.
Well, if you do ever travel to sunny San Diego, let me know.
I will.
Maybe I should just go surprise Alicia and Jack next week. Just show up for the wedding.
But almost an hour in, I might as well say, if anyone wants to share, dual stream or whatever it's called, I can't remember.
Share
Go
the
ahead.
stream to your audience.
It does actually count towards my views on YouTube. It just doesn't do it for my Streamlab report or my Stream Elements report. That's one of the things we noticed last time we did it.
Okay.
But it means that you also get views and stuff on your channel.
I didn't even pay attention to that. I haven't bothered checking.
I should have said that when Gorilla joined because he had just ended his stream.
Oh.
And I wasn't trying to... Again, I want to make it clear, I wasn't trying to force Jordan to end his stream because
I was making it short. I accomplished what the title of the stream was. Let's finish taking out cartilage. So,
Hey, Mike, have you seen the new AI Superman trailer?
I checked my numbers. They definitely were, based on the views that I had during the stream, it counted all of Elihu's views as well. And Yvette, you're going to have to wait to the next one. I saw your comment and I already responded on the video. Unfortunately, I gave it to Mrs. Vile's niece for her birthday, along with the ball, both of the ones I got in that stream. So, sorry. I might get another one because, they're random. I don't know what's going to be inside. But if I ever get another one, I'll send it out to you. I don't think it'll cost that much to spend or to ship 2 ounces of plastic your way. And if you don't know what she's referring to, it was the Kinder Egg video I posted yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, the one he's sick and tired of it.
I don't know. I'm going by what I saw in the numbers, Bird.
Yeah, your guys' Kinder Eggs suck.
Yes, the ones we have here suck.
How dare you call them Kinder Eggs?
All right, later, Germ. Enjoy your cartoons.
I think you just
and I'll be joining them there.
Yeah, I had to explain to on the same video that Yvette commented on. Richie, I think, asked, I see Kinder Eggs at Walmart. They are not the same thing. The Kinder Eggs I open are these little capsules that are inside of a chocolate/white chocolate egg.
Mm-hmm.
The ones we have here in the States are entirely plastic. You open it up and you split it in halves. Half the side has the toy in it. Half the side has like a little miniature pudding cup thing with these crunchy rice ball looking things. They are awful.
Yeah, I can get them at the corner store. I don't like them.
Not to mention, when Mrs. Vile gets me them in Mexico, they're like $1 a piece. Here,
Yeah.
the Kinder Eggs are like $3 a piece, and they suck. But maybe one of these days I'll do a Kinder video where I bring down some of the ones from the States to the kids in Mexico to see if they like them.
Dude, you're gonna make a lot of enemies if you do that.
Into Mexico, but you're not allowed to bring them back from Mexico.
No, because the American government believes that Americans are idiots because they think that this gigantic capsule that's inside of the chocolate is a choking hazard. That you wouldn't notice the capsule.
Well, in all honesty, one, Jordan, you're roboting again. Two, it's actually an old FDA law that basically says that you're not allowed to have inedible pieces inside of an edible thing or a drinkable thing, something like that. And because Kinder eggs are in that category, they're by default illegal.
That's why when you see toys and cereal, they're always separate packaged from the cereal itself.
Yeah.
It's not just loosely in there.
Well, in all fairness, Potato Revan, we got to put do not eat on Tide Pods, and they also have to put for external use on curling irons. So
there's also instructions on shampoo. So I want to meet the person who was default that there's instructions on shampoo.
Or frozen pizza. Remove pizza from box before eating.
No, Potato Rabbit, I want to meet the person who's the reason we have to put for external use only on curling irons. That's the person I want to meet.
What about the one who puts on the frozen pizza boxes, remove pizza before eating? Come on. Remove from container before eating. Hello? Yeah, I'm going to eat the box. I'm hungry.
There it was false advertising because there was a spate of ads back in the day where people would eat the box because they were so hungry. You get me? They'd eat the box to eat the pizza, and I believe it was maybe one of those cases where someone probably decided to reenact the ad by eating the box and being stupid. Congratulations.
What are you trying to show?
Hold on.
All right, I got to go there. I'll catch the rest on the replay.
Okay.
Okay, Jordan. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Do not.
Yeah, do not use your genitals to stop a chainsaw blade. There are warnings on chainsaw blades that say do not stop with your genitals.
This is based on a mistranslation, essentially, on a Swedish chainsaw, I believe, from like the 1960s or something, that said, I had a warning label on there that said, do not attempt to stop with your hands or genitals. And it became a meme.
Yeah.
And yeah, random. Kinder eggs, more dangerous than a Glock in the hand of a toddler, only in the USA.
Uh-huh. Book my hotel.
I still don't understand how, the number one cause of death in the United States for children under the age of 18 are guns. Yet, Kinder eggs are illegal.
And so are lawn darts.
To protect children. Lawn darts killed like 3 people. They were immediately banned.
I know. Magnetics didn't kill anybody. Just a couple kids choked, and all of a sudden they got banned. Nobody died from magnetics. Come on. Remember magnetics?
Yeah, I know what they were. They were little like Lego blocks with
Isn't that the case where a kid swallowed them and it pinched its intestines?
Something like that.
Yeah. Nobody died from them. They just banned them.
Some idiots over here. So a few years ago, a drug boat lost all of its bales of cocaine. Okay, and they started washing up on the Irish shore. Well, all the drug addicts started going down and grabbing the bales and going off. Each of these bales were worth $2 million a pop, if you get me. So Okay, I might have to pop up. I'll have to pop off in a minute. These guys in my city, they managed to grab one of them, and they ripped it open and put it on a table. Well, 16 of them passed away because what were they doing? They were eating the cocaine with a dessert spoon.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
God.
One of them survived long enough, and the police, they didn't release the recording, but they said that you could literally hear their brain deteriorating as they were calling 911. It turns out that there was also a leak coming from the ceiling, dripping down onto the cocaine. On the other hand, good children with Easter eggs won't stop the bad kid with a Kinder egg.
Drugs are bad.
I'm sorry, Random. I might have to steal this and make a meme out of it because that's funny as all hell to me.
Good children, Kinder egg won't stop one bad kid with a Kinder egg.
But I know it's not funny in hindsight, but I thought it was hilarious. My cousin was visiting, and she heard a car backfire, and she took off running.
Potato, did I tell you were you on when I told the story about happening last 4th of July here?
No.
I was at one of my Walmarts, and as I was leaving, my car was blocked by a police car.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently what happened was this older gentleman with a concealed carry permit heard either a car backfire or a firework go off and immediately pulled his gun and started shooting and shot someone's car near my car. Now, he didn't kill anybody, he didn't injure anybody, but they ended up towing the lady's car for some reason. And the police were there to take photographs and everything, and he had already been arrested by the time I came out. Everything
that'd actually be evidence.
So now, I just to make things clear, this whole story was relayed to me by one of the Walmart security guards.
Mm-hmm.
I was not present for it, so I'm just telling you what he told me. And of course, what the cop told me, because I had to ask the cop to move his car so I could leave. But yeah, that's what I was told. What happened was, either a car went off or someone launched a firework and it caused some old guy to freak out and start shooting.
Okay. Oof.
Because America.
Yeah. But I need to pop off. Someone is going to call me within 2 seconds. So I will see you guys later. Eli, thank you for that tip.
No problem, dude. And by the way, he was a well-armed militia. So you gotta remember that, Second Amendment.
Yeah, well, blame the 2012, I believe it was, or it was the 2008. One of the Supreme Court cases, they ruled that even a single individual can count as a militia or something like that. Some weird shit. I know I'm misquoting it, but I'm too lazy to look up the case. But if anyone else wants to come on up, feel free. I think I pinned the link, didn't I?
Yes, you did. I believe you did.
Okay.
Close YouTube. Yeah, it's pinned. 7:19 a.m. the first one.
Just making sure. So that way it's just not two crazy California liberals on the stream. One who smokes more weed than a forest fire, and one that doesn't smoke weed at all.
Yeah, I don't smoke as much as Woody.
Well, I don't smoke any weed because weed is one of the only drugs that hits me like a truck. And yes, that was supposed to be a callback to my story earlier about nearly getting hit by a truck.
No, I'm a lightweight when it comes to alcohol. I could smoke all day. No problem.
Yeah, no. Alcohol, I could drink all day, barely get a buzz. But weed, no. Just a single joint can knock me off my ass.
Yeah, after about 3 or 4 beers, I'm drunk enough to do the YMCA. I'm a lightweight.
Okay, a quarter of a gummy and I'm flying.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Edibles don't affect me. I don't really feel them.
Nope. I found out all the hard ways that shit hits me hard.
Now, I tried to do the gummy thing when I went to Hawaii. Got up in that morning, didn't even smoke. I just started eating. I was sober when I landed. I'm like, damn, this sucks. These gummies don't even work. They're 100 milligrams. They're supposed to be the best ones. But I didn't even feel anything on them. So I took the flower.
Now, so what else is new?
Seems I gotta go get some more today. Have you seen the new Superman AI trailer?
No, I haven't.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I've seen a couple different
really
AI
watched anything
videos.
this week.
I've seen a couple different AI videos, which looks pretty decent, pretty good. And I'm scrolling on my Twitter feed, and all of a sudden I see new Superman 4 trailer, AI generated, right? 1.2 million views. I'm like, okay, what the hell is this? I click play, and I'm like, holy shit, this looks like a real trailer. Henry Cavill's voice is overlaid over the whole thing. They got some clips from the old movies, some new generated clips. It looks like a real trailer. It is very well done.
Well, that's what's going to happen. AI is just going to make everyone's job redundant.
I know. I'm like, wow. I was really impressed with this trailer.
Yeah, it's going to be really fun when you can just tell an AI to create your trailers, so that gets rid of those people. And I even was listening to a podcast where they were talking about like what type of jobs would actually be safe from AI.
Cashier.
And I was like, my job
Oh, wait.
could easily be taken over by an AI robot one day. I can easily see that happening.
How about a bagger at a grocery store?
Sorry, what?
A bagger at a grocery store.
Absolutely, an AI robot could take over that job.
Yeah, AI can take over a doctor's job too. So
Now, the podcast I was listening to was saying like within 50 years, most jobs could be taken over by AI. I would say I'd give it 100 years because of the way, yeah, things have been progressing, but they're progressing a lot slower than we want them to.
you give it 100 years, but you got to remember, 61 years was the difference between Orville and Neil Armstrong.
I know, but how much has improved since Neil Armstrong?
80 times fold.
In computers, yes, not in everything else.
Oh yeah.
I mean, metallurgy has improved significantly, but not to the point where we can make something that would mimic human structure. And any robot we would need to do a lot of these jobs wouldn't have to have minimum robotic human-like manipulation. And not all of them have that ability.
Well, it is now legal in the city of San Francisco for robots to commit murder.
Okay, you're gonna have to explain that one on me. I don't know how it would be legal for a robot to commit murder.
Police have robots. The robots can legally kill somebody.
Okay, one, you do know police robots are more like glorified RC cars, right?
Yeah, I know. They can use them to kill people now. In the past, they couldn't. They can only harm the person. Now they can actually use the robot to kill the person, not just to subdue them.
Yvette says an AI could possibly take over my job, but I'm pretty sure the Earth wouldn't be here when I wake up.
It's going to play the strings like a musical instrument and mess up the fabric of the universe, okay?
Yeah, I got to thinking, like, what type of jobs wouldn't be able to be taken over by an AI? And the only thing I could think of was a natural birth surrogate.
You mean a midwife?
No, not a midwife, a natural birth surrogate. So in other words, someone who carries another person's child, but has to give birth to them via natural means. No C-section, no nothing like that.
Oh, they got test tubes for that. You don't need them in person.
That's the thing. Test tube would make it, by definition, not natural. Yeah. That's why I said it had to be a natural birth surrogate. I fully believe we'll have artificial wombs within 100 years.
I can't even think of a job that cannot be replaced by AI.
So I got one. That's it.
Restaurant industry. Nope. Every job can be taken by a computer or a robot. Grocery store. Nope. Every job in that building can be taken over by a robot or AI.
Yep.
Hospital. Every job can be taken over by an AI or a robot in a hospital.
Hell, I would feel safer under a robot than I would by a human if I had surgery done.
A bank. Every job there can be done by an AI or a robot. So really, there is really no other job I can think of. Construction. Wait, that's AI robots. Never mind. Hollywood. Wait, they already use AI, so never mind.
Yeah, I personally can't think of a single job that would be safe, and I'm all for it. I say if robots can do everyone's jobs for them, let's start up a universal basic income for everybody, and that way everything else can be done for fun. Still make money on the side, just that way you can do stuff for yourself. Because no matter what, even if you can get a table made by a robot for like $5, some people will gladly pay more money for one made by a human. And it would be the same for everything else. You just have to differentiate between robot or / AI made versus human made.
I would still go cheap. Give me a robot manufactured product.
Well, it depends on what it is. I mean, personally, I don't know if I'd want, maybe something like I'm a smoker right now. If I had a nice pipe to smoke out of, one that was handcrafted, I'd probably spend more money on that than a cheapo.
If it's crafted the same way, what's the point? What's the difference? There's no difference between. It's just only who made it. There's really no difference to it.
As I said, it depends on what we're talking about.
Shit, I cannot think of a job that's not safe to AI or robots.
Oh yeah, other than the one I presented, that's the only job I can think of. Even I was even thinking, well, maybe sperm donor. Nope, because you could easily have maybe sperm donor in a way, because you'd still have to have someone, even if it's like fusing two eggs together to create a being, you still have to have someone being an egg donor, I guess.
You can have robots as prostitutes.
Yeah, you could definitely have robot prostitutes. I mean,
yeah, that job's not safe, man.
Yeah. But again, it would be like the human touch. It's like, $5 to fuck a robot, $10 to fuck a human.
Give me. Here's the extra $5.
Yeah, but I know some people would be like, I'll take the robot.
Damn, it's supposed to be 58 degrees here today.
And no, I'm not throwing shade on anyone who actually does that kind of stuff already. To each his own when it comes to your kinks. I don't care.
Hey, it's supposed to be almost 70 degrees in San Diego.
Yeah, right now it's a little overcast, but it's mostly fine.
Right now it is 59 degrees. It's going to be warm today. Shit.
And Menace is saying cloning will get rid of the whole birds and the bees. Not necessarily, because you can't transfer memories or mind in from one clone to another. At least as far as we know, it's not possible.
Yeah.
Because each brain is dependent on the chemical interactions going on at that time.
It's the way the neurons are connected.
Now, if we were to implant, memory chips into people, at birth, you could then transfer the memories stored on that memory chip, but they wouldn't be the same memories that were recorded by the brain, but they could interpret the same inputs that the brain does from our external sources like skin, eyes, nose, taste, all that kind of stuff.
You're talking about that Robin Williams movie, aren't you?
Which one are you talking about?
Where he's a scanner, he's going through people's memories, erases bad memories, that sort of stuff.
No. That wouldn't work because you wouldn't be able to erase the medium of the brain itself without damaging the brain. But you could have, think of it as two computers running off the same inputs. So each computer is recording all the keyboard strokes, all the mouse movements, all the camera inputs, all that kind of stuff. One of them would be digital on the chip, and one of them would be organic on the brain. And you could then transfer the digital versions into a new brain, but it wouldn't be the same brain's memories. It would be a recording of the digital memories from the chip. And Yvette says, evolution in humans has already ceased after they cracked the DNA code and got the genome. Natural evolution ceased. I disagreed, Yvette. Evolution is always constant. It's never going to stop. It's just going to have different selection pressures.
Yeah, just because Crick discovered it, mapped it. Yeah, we got the outline of it. It's still changing.
And Yvette says, prostitution was the oldest trades in written history. I completely agree. And for 6,000 years, the primary mode of transportation for mankind was horseback.
Not 6,000 years, 4,000 years.
More than, probably closer to 7,000 or 8,000 years.
Not every culture had horses.
Okay, okay, outside of the Americas, almost for Africa, Eurasia, not really, but you know what I mean. For a majority of most of mankind, the primary mode of long distance transport on this country or on this planet was horseback. It's not anymore.
Nope. It's cars and bicycles and electric scooters.
I was going to say cars would be the best bet only because there's more of them around. Oh, and I missed this comment. Daniel says, also people want to have sex and reproduce the traditional way. I agree.
Yeah.
Now, but I'm just saying there might be an AI option and then the other way. Were horses big enough to ride 8,000 years ago? Yes, Dandelion, they were. Horse evolution hasn't changed that much in the last 10,000 years. They were talking about like, what's it called? Hippo something.
Yeah, thanks to horses, we have the invention of pants.
Eohippus was 150 million years ago. Mesohippus was 35 million years ago. Even what they're talking about, let's see, Pilohippus was 5 million years ago. Modern day Equus has been around for at least 2 to 3 million years, same as humans. So, yeah, horses were definitely around just 5,000 years ago if they were around 3 million years ago. I visited a pyramid. In fact, the step pyramid in
Saqqara.
Saqqara?
Yes,
okay.
Saqqara,
and it's approximately 5,000 years old. Yeah. Let's see. I know it's Imhotep is the one who designed that one. Let's see. Pyramid of Djoser or Dzoser, something like that.
Dozer.
I'm going to say Zoser because that sounds better. Let's see. They think that it started construction at 2670 BC. So that would be 4,000 4,693 years ago. So almost 5,000 years ago. Yeah.
Here's a fun fact about pyramids in Egypt. Yes, there is a papyrus showing the construction of a pyramid, which means they know how to build pyramids. But there is no papyrus showing the construction of a building of a certain pyramid. There's no construction saying, hey, we're building this one. No, we're building this one. No. All there is just they have the ways to build one. There's no actually saying they actually made one for this pharaoh.
Well, have you heard about the internal construction method that was proposed by... Oh, fuck. I was just reading about this. I can't remember the archaeologist's name. But he's trying to petition the Egyptian government to have radar scans of the pyramids.
Is it Zechariah? The head of the Egyptian...
I'm not checking your facts. I honestly thought it might have been older. That's all.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Zawawi, the head of the Egyptian ministry.
But he proposes that because the ramp theory, the ones where they built external ramps, don't make much sense in the way that, piling up all that sand or scaffolding on the outside of the pyramid would have taken up way too much time and room, that he suggests that they build it up using internal ramps that were later filled in. And he bases the theory on the fact that on one of the damaged sections, it shows possible passageway that was later filled in. So he wants to do a radar scan to see if it actually matches his theory. And as of right now, all the other evidence seems to fit. So they may have just been built internally going up. Similar, ironically, to how modern buildings are usually constructed in tight spaces like New York, where they don't use as much scaffolding.
And all the artwork and hieroglyphics, why there's no soot marks on the ceilings? Well, because they did it while they were building it. Yeah, in open space, people were painting it, then they covered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did not have light bulbs back then. That was a tulip. Not a light bulb in that depiction people keep on talking about. And I know it's
you're talking about the Dendera light? Oh, yeah.
God. That's a tulip. That's a flower, okay? It's a flower. What they had was what was called the Baghdad battery, what's used for electrolytes, for metals and stuff. Well, not for powering buildings.
No. Hold on. The Baghdad battery was probably never even used for electroplating like some people seem to think. Do you know anything about the Baghdad battery?
A little bit.
Okay. First of all, the ones that actually had all the elements present, as in the acidic substance, the lead, and the copper, out of all the little jar things that they found at the time, do you know how many had all those items present? One. And do you know how many of those batteries are currently known to exist? Zero. Because the ones that were the one that was, actually had all three things present was stolen during Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Yeah, I know. Baghdad Museum was the #1 museum in the world for history and antiquities until Operation Freedom happened.
But even then, we're talking about, even if it was a perfect rendition of a battery with the materials present, at most would provide half a volt of electricity. And that's if they were able to get the purification to modern day standards, which I guarantee you they couldn't do back then. So no, this was not a battery. It was probably something, but we don't know what it is. And assuming it was a battery, just because it looks like a battery, means you're an idiot.
Kind of like the anti-carrying device. We don't know exactly what it was used for.
Yeah, and then people trying to say something along the lines, well, the Baghdad battery could have powered the Dendera lights. It's like, no, you're talking about two civilizations that lived, hundreds of miles apart and centuries apart. God. Sorry, I'm also, if you can't tell, I'm also anti ancient aliens.
You ever notice how the ancient alien theorists always say yes.
Well, if you ever watch an Ancient Alien thing, look, just be prescient and like take a shot every time they say, "Well, it looks like." As soon as you say something along the lines, "Well, it looks like," you're wrong. Okay, you're just wrong. Just because something looks like something does not mean it is that thing.
Well, you know, everybody always misquotes Von Daniken's book.
Are you talking about Chariots of the God?
Yes, you just misquoted it. That's not the title of the book. That's not the title of the book.
What's the title?
Chariot of the Gods? It's a question mark, not a statement. It's a question mark at the end of it. It's not a statement. People take the book as a statement. It's a question mark. David Childress proposed. I'm not Childress. I hate that asshole. Von Daniken proposed hypothetical situations like, could this be it? Could this be it? He didn't say this was it. This was it. That's why the title of the book is a question mark.
Okay, Elihu, I realize you say that, but if you actually like see the other stuff that he's done since, it's more like, I'm not saying it's aliens, but it's aliens.
That's Tsoukalos.
I know, but that's essentially what he's saying. He's like, I'm just asking questions. It's like, no, you've already made up your mind. You're trying to convince other people to change their mind.
That's why I hate David Childress.
And of course, you know, when people say like, oh, do your research, what they mean is follow the same websites and blogs that I follow. Therefore, you get all your information from them and not from reputable sources. I swear, like, oh, God. I'm not going to say who, but there was a specific person in my life that was not going to get the vaccine. And I was like, why? And they're like, well, have you seen this? And she tried to show me a blog post. And I'm just like, you're kidding, right? Blogs are not scientific evidence.
No, when it says check facts and sources, you don't check one certain website. You check different websites, conservative, Republican, fast. You want to check them all to make sure, okay, what's you guys talking about? Who's actually making sense? Who's actually correct on this?
Yeah, I prefer to go to the experts alone to get the explanation on anything that I can't understand, or read the fucking journal myself.
Yeah, I mean, like a couple years ago, last year or something like that, Biden went to Virginia for a funeral of friends, and all of a sudden the conservative networks are going, Biden's going on vacation. He's going on vacation. He's going on vacation. I'm like, no, he's not. He's going to a funeral. And everybody's going on the vacation part.
That's not a scientific thing. I don't give a shit about that kind of stuff. Bird, yes, I was able to refute everything they said in the blog post, but she then would just be like, well, these are this person's sources, and it was more blog posts or more things to tabloid-like news.
Friend of a friend.
And it's like, and it's like, when it becomes a circle of, you know, like, person A says it, person B says it, person C says it, person D says it, person A says it again, and it goes in this giant circle, they're like, well, what's the original, you know, scientific source? Well, there never was a scientific source. It was someone's anecdote. It's still ridiculous. Oh, and Mrs. Vile is in the house. Everybody stop and say hi.
Oh, Mrs. Cardenas. I was wondering if you were going to stop by. It's not a stream unless she stops by and says hi.
Hopefully, she was sending me pictures of lizards yesterday.
Lizard
that
people?
Apparently invaded their house.
Lizard people.
Not lizard people, just lizards. Little geckos.
Oh.
At least they look like, I could be wrong. They look like geckos to me from the pictures, but they were kind of blurry. But
dude, kick that gecko out and tell him you prefer the general, okay? Better prices.
No, you tell them they need tell those geckos that they need to switch to Allstate.
Allstate is not covered in every state.
Yeah, but when you're there, you're family. Bad signal, no Wi-Fi. They were transparent. Okay, they were blurry and transparent. That makes it even harder to identify them.
I haven't seen a lizard since I was at the zoo.
Oh, I see them in the garden every once in a while. And by garden, I just mean the little area where my roommate kills plants.
I haven't seen a lizard since Hawaii.
But I'm trying to think what else has happened recently.
JWST released new images of Uranus and its rings.
I'm sorry, I have no interest in seeing the rings around Uranus. Come on, you know I had to say it.
I know. The calibration's going perfect, so.
Yeah, I'll tell one short story that happened yesterday that's kind of irked me. I went to buy a vacuum cleaner for my car.
Oh, vacuum cleaners suck.
No, they don't.
Use a broom. Vacuums suck.
Yeah, Dandelion's telling you should get those rings checked, Elihu, by a doctor.
I got special cream.
So the reason I bought the vacuum was because I was hanging out with the Vile kids yesterday, and one of their jobs was to help me vacuum out the car. And that's why I bought the vacuum. Apparently, the vacuum cleaner is too powerful for my freaking car, and it caused my car to shut off. It drew too much power. This is the same, this is the car that is currently right now powering my laptop, charging both my phones and my tablet and my portable speaker and my portable battery. But one vacuum cleaner is too much power than all these electronic devices. I was kind of dumbfounded.
Like I said, buy a broom. Vacuums suck.
Technically, Dandelion, vacuums blow. They don't suck. They just blow the air out the back, and it causes an inverse in pressure.
Damn spam. I need to make some more coffee. I gotta hit mute. This is gonna be a little loud.
Yeah, I just finished my 24-ounce coffee. And that's the one that I had the alcohol in. Daniel is trying to say, which is sucking. Not necessarily. Because it's the air being pushed. It's the outside air literally being pushing your stuff into the vacuum. It's still not sucking. It's stuff is being blown into the vacuum. It's not semantics. It's Boyle's friggin' law. Or one of Boyle's laws. Don't blame me.
Unlike Dandelion Fluff, I mute when I pour my water because it doesn't want to sound like I'm taking a leak.
Oh, and Mrs. Vile says, me too, Yvette. I tend to always be right. Ask Vile. And that is absolutely correct. She is always right. I am always wrong. I'm not going to argue this statement.
Mike, here's a tip for you. When she's right, admit it. When you're right, shut up.
I can't, because one of my favorite things to do is when she says you're right. Or my favorite things in the world is when she tells me I'm right.
Semantics.
And it does not create a vacuum.
No air pressure creates a vacuum.
No, air pressure cannot create a vacuum. That's by definition. Air
no.
pressure can't have a vacuum.
I said no air pressure.
She says, bye bye. We're heading out to the beach. Have a great day. Have fun at the beach, babe. Try not to get burned.
65
Love
70,
you.
70 degrees. It's going to be warm.
Yeah. Ironically, despite the fact that she has darker skin than me and everything, she burns. I don't.
I still have a tan line from Hawaii, okay? I haven't got rid of my tan line on my legs.
Okay, Dandelion, I will say that you are correct if you're talking about a colloquial version of vacuum, not a scientific one. But the whole mismatch between colloquial and scientific terms bugs the frick out of me because I still hear people saying stuff like, it's just a theory.
Literally or figuratively.
Anyone who says to me, it's just a theory, I want to smack upside the head with a dictionary.
That's just a theory, dude. You don't have a dictionary.
I do have a dictionary. Hell, I've got a 12-inch dictionary.
Brag much? Are you measuring from the tip?
I'm measuring from the spine.
Good one.
And I know you were being colloquial, Dandelion, but I was being pedantic. I know I shouldn't be, but this is me we're talking about. I have to be.
Yeah.
You're talking to two science nerds, there's two science nerds on the channel right now.
One scientist, one nerd.
Which is which?
Okay, we're both nerds.
What did you get your degree in?
Planetary formation.
Say that again?
Planetary formations.
Okay, so there's actually a degree in planetary formation?
Yeah, I got my social arts degree in that.
Oh, you got an arts degree in planetary formation. Okay.
I couldn't afford the rest of the college to get my BA.
Daylight says Elias' bad grammar is bothering me. I think she's referring to the fact that you have "you're wrong."
I'm right, you're wrong. This is with the "your."
Yeah, but you have the apostrophe in the wrong space. It looks like.
I know. That's why I did that on purpose. Because
Oh.
I'm right.
See, I got my degree in organic chemistry, bachelor of science degree, and Mrs. Vile has her bachelor of science degree in industrial chemistry. So technically, we're both chemists. But she became a teacher, and I ended up not using my degree for fucking anything. Other than being pedantic on the internet.
Obviously. Oh, saw that already. Come on, this coffee pot is too damn slow. Ugh. Shit, I stopped my pipe.
You should know this, Elihu. Has the last episode of Picard aired yet?
Oh, there's two left.
Because I'll watch that as soon as it's done. Same with Mandalorian.
There's supposed to be like one or two left, so the last one has not dropped.
Me and Mrs. Vile a while back watched the first episode of The Last of Us, but I think she's not interested in it as much because she doesn't like horror. So I might watch that one on my own and finish watching it.
Play the game, you'll get more context out of it.
I've already played the game.
Then you already got more context out of the TV show.
Dude, do you have any idea how many copies of The Last of Us I sold while it was popular?
I'm halfway through part 2. I still haven't even finished it yet.
I am not kidding. Between the original Xbox 360 and PS3 versions of the game,
PS4.
No, PS3.
Oh shit! I got PS4.
I think Last of Us was PS3. Hold on.
Last of Us PS4, and Part 2 is also PS4 because I have both of them.
Yes, Last of Us was originally PS3. Okay,
Oh.
I just want to make sure.
Okay.
I probably sold maybe 250 copies of that game over the course of a year when it first came out. I mean, everybody liked that game, but not a lot of people wanted to hold on to it. So I bought and sold that game so many times. I probably bought and sold the same copy of that game a bunch of times.
Regifting.
And what was funny is every time I'd get the game, I test the games to make sure they play. And normally I'd test the games for about 10, 15 minutes at most, just to make sure they work. Last of Us, I probably tested for an hour each time I got the game, and I would just progress further and further into the game each time. Because the save file was on my PlayStation.
Yeah, why own it? Just continue.
And,
okay, game works.
And yeah, I ended up beating the game, testing all the copies I got. I still probably have like 4 or 5 copies somewhere in the storage unit.
I think I have like 2 hard copies of games somewhere. I'm not sure. The rest is all digital.
Hell, I opened a random binder down at the storage unit last time I was there that I forgot that I had, and found like 16 copies of Halo 3 and Halo ODST.
Jeez.
And I was like, crap, why do I still have these? And
yeah, I got Batman Arkham Knights on disc.
I'm pretty sure I don't have a copy of that, though.
Yeah, it's somewhere in my closet. I can't play it because my PlayStation does not take discs. I never bothered to buy a new one. Damn it, I just put a clean screen in this pipe.
Now, let's see. What else do you guys want to talk about? And by you guys, I don't mean just Elihu. I mean the people in the chat.
They're trying to type, I think.
I'm not trying to type right now. Oh, you mean the people in the chat? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
a
bird
dog
dog.
in Ontario has tested positive for avian flu. So I'm guessing it's one of the
Bird dog.
Was the dog's name Ladybird? That doesn't necessarily mean it's one of the ones that can infect humans per se. But the fact that a dog can get bird flu is always scary.
I'm waiting for an elephant to get feline AIDS.
I don't think people realize how hard it is for a virus to go from like something as simple as, say, chimpanzees to humans, which is very rare and hard for a virus to go just across 2 species that are as closely related as we are. But the fact that one goes from bird to mammal, that's freaking messed up. And yes, interspecies transmit. Yeah, that's exactly what I was getting into, Dandelion. Going from, dinosaur to bird to mammal is freaking nuts. And that's for those who don't know or are watching. Birds are dinosaurs. So when you eat that chicken sandwich, you're eating a dinosaur, baby. Elihu, you were supposed to chime in at that point.
Sorry, I was cleaning my pipe. My screen got clogged out. This is a brand new screen.
Yeah, Dino Burger. Yep.
Dynamite!
It's not a chicken sandwich. It's a Dino Burger.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, I lit up another cigar too. Probably the last one I smoked before I end the stream, unless more people join up.
Now, my pipe was clogged for some reason. I had a new screen. I'm like, what the hell's going on? This is cannabis I have.
Maybe I can bug Caddy into joining. I sent her the link earlier, but I have no idea if she's even awake right now.
It's 10 o'clock in the morning. Why is the kid still asleep?
Because she worked till midnight last night.
That's still no excuse. 8 hours of sleep. Come on. She should be awake by 9.
Yeah, that's what I told her, but still. Should I call her or just send her a text? Because, well, I'm sending her a text anyway, but should I call her? Bug her that way?
Bug her online. Put her on speaker.
Oh, she's actually posting the thing.
Yeah, put her on speaker, dude, and let me talk and say, yeah, I sold you Dad's phone.
But that's still a news agency, even if it's from the Canadian government. Is there one that links to the actual study? Or not study, but links to the actual testing procedure? Or you know what I mean?
What news reported it besides the actual government? Did an independent news agency report it first, or is it reported by the government? Then the news agencies reported from the government. Kind of like around here. AP reported, and everybody follows AP's report. So who's the original? Sources! I know, it's semantics.
Well, I'll definitely skim it afterwards, but not on the stream.
Yeah, you might get a medical flag.
Who knows? I might already have one. Either way, most of the time, YouTube, when they do that kind of stuff, actually sends you to a website where you can get actual information.
Wikipedia. I hate it when YouTube does that. They even
Well,
started doing that to NASA videos.
Okay, but you have this like hard-on hate for Wikipedia, where I don't have an issue with it because Wikipedia at least cites its sources to the point where you can then confirm those sources.
It's becoming a monopoly, that's why. A source of information. You should have multiple sources of information, not just one source.
Each Wikipedia page has multiple sources of information. It's an
No,
aggregate.
I'm talking about Wikipedia itself is becoming a monopoly because that's the main source people are going for. Like the search engines. What search engine do you search for to find a search engine?
Okay, Elihu, that's like complaining that I went to the same library to get all the sources for my term paper. All Wikipedia is, it's a library. That's why you can't cite a library or Wikipedia when you're citing your sources. You have to cite the actual sources. That's why I like Wikipedia, is because they cite the actual sources. And they have pretty strict guidelines.
Yeah, now you can't really edit every single thing.
So, yeah. That's why I like Wikipedia, is because I can then verify those sources. Oh, great. So that means the ferrets and the beavers are also in danger. And isn't like the beaver Canada's national animal or something like that? Or is that the moose?
Beaver, I think. Yeah, you do not want to walk up to a moose. Wander up to a moose in the wild. No way. Oh, don't forget, tomorrow, chocolate sales. Easter candy goes on sale tomorrow morning. So basically, this bag will cost me $1 tomorrow instead of $3. Yeah, we know they're rodents, and deer are
Yeah, well,
vermin as well.
sorry, I'm just trying to. Okay, yeah, I thought beavers were a lot further down on that thing, but yeah, their phylogeny is a lot further off from mustelids than I thought they were. For some reason, I thought they were closer, but apparently, ground squirrels are closer related to minks than beavers are. So fuck, I was really off.
Oh, now I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I love phylogeny and the cladistics that they have for this type of stuff. Because not only do they verify via morphological traits, they do DNA as well.
Oh, what am I going to eat for breakfast? Damn, I got frozen waffles. That's it. I best just go somewhere and get something to eat. Sorry.
Mink, ferrets, otters, wolverines. Yeah, as I said, I assumed I knew that beavers were in Rodentia, but I assumed they were closer cladistically to minks and ferrets than other rodents. But I was wrong. I'm able to admit when I'm wrong.
Oh, so you're not a man.
Yeah, I'll wait 10 minutes for you to come up and say hi, Yvette.
Okay, what did we eat for breakfast? I'm hungry. I got Denny's, IHOP. I can just go to the corner store and get a pastry.
Sorry, I got lost looking up phylogenetic trees. That's the trait of a true nerd, getting lost on or getting hung up in phylogenetic trees. When one of the ones I enjoy is when they actually have the extinct ones on there too. So you're looking at I was just looking at a beaver phylogenetic tree, and there's like 120 different species on there of just what they classify as beavers. Even though that in modern day there's only like 3 beavers that are still around, still extant. 7 p.m. here. Where the hell are you, random?
Yes, Mark Caspioso.
Because it's only 10 o'clock here.
He's basically he's on London time.
London? I have no idea. You tell me at 7 p.m. I cannot tell you what how far ahead you are. Where you are from here.
5 hours ahead of East Coast.
I'm a stupid American.
5 hours ahead of East Coast. That's what London time is.
Well, East Coast is 3 hours ahead of me. So it's like almost 1 o'clock there, I believe. So by your own logic, he'd be further east than London. He'd be an hour east of London.
Oh, sorry. I forgot about the time zones. The time fallbacks from ahead. They do it differently. Shit. So, Yosef, are you going to get more cats? We should all donate a cat to Yosef. Slovakia.
Slovakia.
I
Well,
still want.
which of us pronounced it correctly? He said Slovakia. I said Slovakia.
I still want those pillows on your couch, man.
Say that again.
He has some cool nerd pillows on his couch. If he actually comes up here, he can show you.
Oh, have you? I think a while back on Twitter, I posted a picture of Mrs. Vile's bed, and I was like, "Can you tell the one thing I've added to her bed?" And there's like some pillows with flowers on it. There's some pillows with just blue pillowcases. There's a Harry Potter blanket, and then there's a pillow with Super Mario on it.
Oh, it's the Harry Potter blanket.
You are incorrect, sir.
But Mario does flowers. That's how he gets his firepower.
But it was Mario in one of his carts.
Yeah, I know.
What's funny is it's Mario on one side in his cart, and it's Luigi on his cart on another one. And that pillowcase was given to me by one of my customers, actually, as a gift.
Have you seen the? Have you seen?
You pronounced it correctly. I pronounced it incorrectly.
Yeah, you gotta have a relax on there. Have you seen the new Super Mario Brothers movie?
Not yet. I'm probably not going to see it till either me and Mrs. Vile see it or me and my son Jake go see it, because he's the only one of my kids that wants to see it.
Well, I can tell you this: the opening sequence is funny as hell. I'm like, this is perfect. This is great.
Yeah, I'm still not happy about the fact that Chris Pratt is voicing Mario.
But it's still good. It was still great. It was still a great movie.
So I'm one of those weird people. I actually enjoyed the first one, the John Leguizamo, Bob Hoskins, Dennis Hopper one.
Oh, that was too corny.
Something about that movie, I realize everybody who made the movie hated it. Nintendo hated it, but I loved it, and I can't explain why. Like each time I watch it, I fall in love with it more. Even knowing that like Bob Hoskins was drunk during some of the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
That just makes me like it even more. And come on, Lance Hendrickson's cameo at the end.
Well,
Come on, that was perfect.
the only thing I liked about the movie Double Dragon was Alyssa Milano's shorts.
Yeah. I maybe next stream I'll do we'll talk about video game movies again. Because there's that whole era of really bad, and by that I mean only live action counts, so I wouldn't even include the new Mario Brothers in it because it's all CGI.
Mm-hmm.
But if we were talking about live action video game movies, we might do a talk about that and like talk about the best ones. Because let's face it, the best early video game movie was Mortal Kombat by far.
Yeah.
Anyone who disagrees with me on that one is wrong.
Well, I'm right. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Okay, then what's the best one?
Let's see. Trying to think. Probably Assassin's Creed, maybe.
Okay, I said early. Video game movie.
Early. I'm sorry, early. Resident Evil. I'm not a zombie fan, but Resident Evil. Mila Jovovich.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm gonna see.
When did Resident Evil come out? First come out.
That one came out in March of 2002.
That's still old to me.
According to this list, only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 movies based on video games that are live action came out in the 90s.
Which ones?
That's what I was going to ask you. Eliu, can you guess which 6 are those 6?
In the 90s? Shit.
Well, we've already listed. We've
Super
already
Mario
listed
Brothers.
3
Yes.
of them.
Super Mario Brothers.
Yes.
Not Sonic. I'm just missing out. Tomb Raider came out in 2000, right?
We literally listed 3 out of the 6. So come on.
Oh. Sorry. Hello.
How you doing, Yvette?
I just put I'm here in the chat.
Oh, Tron.
Tron is not based on a video game franchise. It's just based on computers in general, and it's not it's not on this list.
Oh, okay.
Plus, it came out in the 80s, not the 90s.
Sorry.
You're wrong on at least 2 levels.
How about one of Van Damme's worst movies? Street Fighter.
Sorry, I couldn't mute myself. Sorry.
Did Street Fighter come out in 90s or 80s?
Street Fighter was 94, so that's one of them. So you got 2 so far.
Okay. Oh, shit.
You have another fucking text message.
Okay, another fucking text message, by the way.
You got another fucking text message.
It's someone trying to help you cheat.
Probably. Shit.
Come on, you said one of them earlier, and I mentioned one. Come on.
Yeah, I know. I said Double Dragon earlier.
Okay, so you got Double Dragon. It's 3 out of 4, or 3 out of 6. You're halfway there.
What
What was the other one I mentioned?
I forgot.
I literally said it was the best one. Come on.
I don't know. Jordan, help me out.
Mortal Kombat, you dumbass.
Oh, duh.
So that's 4 out of 6.
Resident Evil?
No, that's 2002.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm no good with games. That's the only one I think I know.
See, I would have
Sonic the Hedgehog?
Wait,
Sonic is 2000s. We're talking about the 90s ones. There's
Oh, I don't know. I'm
Doom.
just guessing games.
Doom.
No, not Doom. Doom is also post 2000.
Oh, damn. I thought it was 98.
The Doom was 2005.
What about Discworld, Terry Pratchett? Because he did the books and Discworld.
No, this is just a list of ones based off of video games.
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, I'll give you. No one will get the last one, but number 5 is Mortal Kombat Annihilation, the sequel to Mortal Kombat,
Mm-hmm.
and the last one is Wing Commander.
Oh, I forgot about that one. Damn it.
Yeah, that's the one I knew you wouldn't be able to get, but I thought you'd be able to get the other 5.
I totally forgot about that crappy movie.
If you had asked me what the 6 movies, I would have gotten 5 out of 6.
Yeah, Freddie Prinze Jr., right? No, not Freddie
Let's see.
Prinze.
Between 2000 and 2010, we have Lara Croft Tomb Raider and its sequel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We have Resident Evil and 1, 2 of its sequels. So there's only 3 between 2000 and 2010. So Apocalypse and Extinction. We have Doom, Alone in the Dark, Blood Rain, Dead or Alive, Postal, Hitman, In the Name of the King, Far Cry, Max Payne, Street Fighter, The Legend of Chun-Li, Tekken, Prince of Persia, The Sands of Time. And I take it back, there was one more Resident Evil Afterlife. That's the last one between 2000 and 2010.
You forgot about Silent Hill.
I didn't say Silent Hill. I thought I said Silent Hill.
No, you did not say Silent Hill.
Okay, I apologize. I meant to add Silent Hill.
I know that one came out after 2000.
And then between 2010 and 2020, we have Resident Evil Retribution, Silent Hill Revelation, Need for Speed, which we all love just because of what's her name?
Simone is in Most Wanted.
Simone, thank you. I should remember that name considering I still have her thing promoting GameSwap.
Sorry.
Hitman, Agent 47, Warcraft, Assassin's
Pick the
Creed,
phone up,
Resident Evil. Sorry?
If that's phone is ringing.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
It's all right, Scott. It's my sister ringing my mother.
And let's
Sorry
see, we
about
got
that.
what else? Assassin's Creed, Resident Evil, the final chapter, the remake of Tomb Raider, Rampage, Dead Trigger, Pokemon Detective Pikachu. But I know there's other smaller ones that are not on this list, which is making me mad.
Uncharted, Prince of Persia, Final Fantasy.
We already said Prince of Persia.
Okay.
Final Fantasy Spirits Within it should not be on this list because it's all CGI. It's not live action.
Oh, no, that's right.
But Halo Forward Unto Dawn should be on this list. I don't know why it's not.
Sonic
Came out in 2020.
Pikachu.
There's also a Monster Hunter game or Monster Hunter movie that came out in 2020.
Yeah, you didn't see
How the hell
Monster
did I
Hunter?
not know that?
What about Pikachu?
I just said that was the last one that came out between
sorry.
2010 and 2020. Werewolves Within, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, Uncharted, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And let's see. These are upcoming ones, according to this list. Five Nights at Freddy's, Borderlands, Sonic 3, a Minecraft game, a Crossfire game.
Yeah, Chris Hemsworth is going to be in the Minecraft game. So we get to watch 2 hours of him building shit.
All right, Jack and Dexter, I'm not going to count because I don't consider that live action. There's an untitled Duke Nukem film that's supposed to be in production.
Oh, boy.
There's an untitled Pac-Man game or a movie in production.
We already had Pac-Man and Pixels. Come on.
Yeah, I don't consider that one a video game movie.
What do you got against Kevin James?
Okay.
I'm afraid I can't input into this conversation.
Yeah, I'm only counting the live action ones. They got some animated ones in here on the list, like Final Fantasy, Resident Evil Degeneration and Damnation, Heavenly Sword, Ratchet and Clank, Angry Birds, and they have the Super Mario movie on this list, but I don't consider those because they're not live action. I'm definitely not counting in the animated movies, so no Pokemon movies. What else do they got?
Oh, hey, have you seen the M.N. Quantumania, Mike?
Yes. Me and Mrs. Vile went to go see it.
I have a theory about the Kang Dynasty.
Okay, Halo is on this list, but it because it didn't have a theatrical release, that's why it wasn't on the first.
Excuse me.
So they're including like Blood Rain 2, Blood Rain 3, and The Name of the King 2 as because as these, but they're on a non-theatrical list.
One of Hollywood's going to come up with some new original ideas besides remaking stuff. Like, hey, let's make a video game into a movie. Let's make this another superhero movie. Let's remake this Disney cartoon into a movie.
Well, sometimes that stuff works. I mean, look at Pirates of the Caribbean. That made a boatload of money for Disney.
The ride was based on the movie, not the ride, the other way around.
No, the ride was around for a lot longer than the movies were.
I thought the movie was based on the ride.
No, they changed the ride to match the movie after they made the movie.
There we are. Learn something new every day.
Well, I know that on Splash Mountain they took out the Briar Rabbits being dunked. They took out that part out.
All right, I just looked it up, Elihu. Pirates of the Caribbean opened on March 18th, 1967.
Okay. I stand corrected. Thank you.
The movie did not come out until 2003.
Like I said, I stand corrected. Thank you.
So that is, don't worry, you were only off by about 35 years.
Okay, 35, 3, biggie.
Sorry, I shouldn't be laughing that hard, Elihu, but for some reason that tickled my funny bone.
Stop messing with your elbow, okay?
Well, just don't tell Mrs. Vile you were tickling any of my bones.
So, Yvette, what have you been up to?
Well, started the final project Monday. Then managed to squeeze 6 days work into 4 because of Easter. Did some very stupid hours and walking around like a zombie since. At the moment, all the data's downloading, so I'm on call. They have called me once. I don't think they'll call me again because after explaining it to someone 10 times, if they don't get it, they know when I get back to work. I'm going to remove them from that job.
I will say it's nice to know that at least one person on this panel right now is actually using their college degrees for their job.
And mine's a university degree, actually.
What'd you get your degree in?
Well, my first degree was physics, doctorate in physics. Then went on to do a doctorate in quantum physics. And then went on and did the extra work to become a professor of quantum physics.
So you actually have a doctorate, a full-on doctorate?
I have 2 doctorates.
You didn't know
I was
that?
saying,
Doctorate.
The British doctorate equivalent to a Bachelor of Science or an actual doctorate here in the States? I'm not sure.
An actual doctorate.
I don't know if it's the same equivalency here.
I presume so.
It's an actual doctorate, dude.
It's a I'm a doctor of physics. I'm a doctor of quantum physics, and I'm a professor of quantum physics.
Because I do not have
teach quantum physics.
As Elihu said earlier, he has a Bachelor of Arts degree. I've got a Bachelor of Science degree, but neither one of those are a doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
I am not Dr. Vile, despite the fact that I know more than certain people who claim to be doctors.
I'm not a doctor, but I will play doctor. Hey.
Yeah, no, I'm officially. I can use Ms., Doctor, or Professor as my title, depending on how I feel.
And when she's checking into a fancy hotel, she has to use the word doctor.
Not necessarily.
Well, it does give you a little perks.
Okay, so since you got your degree in, or your doctorate in quantum physics, what is your opinion on quantum gravity?
Physics. I got the doctorate in physics first.
I know, but
then,
I wanted to know.
Then I specialized in a doctorate in quantum physics. Yeah.
But what was your opinion on quantum gravity and whether or not the equations will ever be finished?
Oh,
oh boy, we got a conversation here.
Would you like the long answer or the short answer to that?
Hang on a second. Wait. Let me clarify this. The short answer is 45 minutes.
Yeah, but back in high school, ironically, my oceanography teacher, because it was the only job she could get, got her degree in quantum physics as well.
Mm-hmm.
But the only job she could get was as a teacher teaching oceanography of all things in a high school. Go figure.
That's terrible.
I know. But I used to have conversations with her after school for hours talking about quantum gravity.
Yeah.
And she was like, I can't believe one of my students knows anything about quantum gravity, let alone, a sophomore.
What? Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you're interested in it, you're gonna read up about it.
Well, because one of the equations I was working on, as one I came up with on my own, was wondering if we could use gravity as a constant instead. I'm sorry, gravity as the constant with regards to time.
Gravity is one of the weakest
Because
forces.
as we know that
Yeah.
time can be an emergent property of gravity. If you're talking about the bending of time through space, bending of space time, but that's when I basically learned that it's actually the other way around. It's
no.
gravity is emergent property of time.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, quantum gravity. It looks through. You look at cosmic microwave background radiation. It has like a faint afterglow.
Yeah.
Which is quanta. Such a you're getting like the Big Bang afterglow.
2.5 million years after the Big Bang. It's like 130 million years after.
The Big Bang again could be the balloon theory. It could be the explosion theory. It could be all sorts. It's Big Bang. They call it the Big Bang.
Well,
plenty of theories
yeah,
on
but
that.
it wasn't really an explosion, and I hate when people try to refer to it as an explosion.
Yeah, exactly. I don't personally go with that theory myself. All right, but there are plenty of theories out there. They call it the Big Bang, but more than likely it took billions of years.
Yes.
And
if you're talking about the fact that it's a progression of space time as an individual unit, meaning it's the beginning of time.
Yeah.
It could be an incalculable number of.
This is something that winds me up. Truly, using time as a singular word, right?
Yes, because
it is not. It is not time. It is space time. It's one word.
Yes.
Time only exists on Earth as time because that's how we measure it and keep ourselves from going insane. Once
but you
can't leave the Earth,
that's the problem.
Yeah, no, because time doesn't exist as a single entity.
But what
now,
blows my mind
do you want to get back to this gravity thing?
Yes,
right?
yes. I'm sorry.
Right. Okay. So, gravitons will fluctuate. They're some of the shortest wavelengths from the microwave background radiation, but they are the most intense fluctuations. So we use quantum gravity to measure these, and the theory, and I say theory lightly because there are a few again. We don't know if it's a quantum force or not. That's the bottom line at the moment.
Didn't Podolsky make this argument?
Sorry?
Didn't Podolsky make this argument?
Okay. The timelessness of quantum gravity is the biggest problem, right? Now, Mike points out time comes into it, but time doesn't exist without space-time. So you've got that problem as well. So
yes.
Inherently, a quantum force in gravity is still a theory. People are working on it. I'm not one of them because I'm doing something a little bit more important, but it's one of those things. Gravity is a fucking pain in every physicist's ass because we know what it does. We know why it does it. We just don't know what.
Yeah, because as I was saying earlier, gravity appears to be an emergent force between mass and space-time. So
Yes.
even though we consider it one of the four fundamental forces, it's the only one that's an emergent force, not necessarily fundamental to the creation of anything.
No. And,
It's an effect, not a cause.
the other thing about gravity that also drives us nuts is it can be a very weak force,
It's one of the
Oh, yeah.
weakest.
or it can be a devastatingly powerful force like a black hole.
Yeah, so it's the only force that's dependent on mass.
Yes.
And Captain
More
Hey,
mass,
Michael.
more
I just walked
gravity.
into.
Yeah, the more the mass, the more gravity you have.
Yeah, so yeah, looking at gravity at the quantum level is different to looking at gravity in the real world, as I call it, because you're looking
the
at
above particulate matter level.
because things don't work the same at the quantum level as they do in sort of the astral or even the particle level. Once you get past particle physics, things start going weird.
Yeah, that's when the physicists, cosmologists, and astrophysicists they totally disagree about that part. It's like, okay,
Well-
we agree, but wait a minute, what are you talking about there, girl?
I tell you what, I had such a good laugh the other day reading a paper that Science Rant put out, which I highly suggest no one bothers with, about strange quarks. Now, quarks are my specialty. You have up, down, quarks, left, right, happy, strange, and charmed. Yeah. So strange quarks have a really weird phenomenon. You can place them next to something and they will convert whatever it is into a strange quark. However, this doesn't work every time. And when it does, it's amazing. But there's no logic behind it yet.
Well, also,
however, this paper I
don't
read,
last that long. Don't they cool off way too fast?
well, this is the thing, right? Okay. So under laboratory conditions, we pulled it off, right?
Yeah.
However, this paper was talking about a strange quark taking a wander near a planet, touching it, and turning it into a complete strange quark planet and dissolving it instantaneously. And it was a scary read. If you're an idiot,
anything about that. You got to send me a link to that paper.
I'll have it. It's Screen. Yeah. Is it Science Alert or Screen Rant? Screen Rant or Science Alert? It's one of those two. Anyway, and they were saying, this could happen like that. One day the moon's there, the next day the moon's gone, or it could even be Earth. And it's ludicrous, absolutely ludicrous, to the point that I just laughed my arse off and thought, well, that will scare some sheeples.
Well, my whole argument against that is strange quarks don't exist naturally right now, don't they? Because the universe isn't
you
hot
have
enough
to create them. You actually, a lot of quarks you have to create, because you can't just go out with a net and catch them. Literally, it's not possible in the quantum world.
Outside of just above a black hole horizon, event horizon, or a neutron star, I don't think anything can produce them other than our colliders.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm not too worried about a strange quark just floating towards the planet.
And even if it did, it would pass straight through it.
Well, the odds of something the size of a strange quark colliding with anything molecular is
exactly. It was hilarious. I'm sorry if I'm boring everyone, but
I'm getting a kick out of this.
Such a fucking funny, but it read like Armageddon Day, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll be still worried about high velocity jets from black holes. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, we did have recently. We had one of the biggest solar flares hit us on Friday, just gone.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
It was a really high, intense flare, but low in emissions. It hit Australia and New Zealand area. So we didn't really
Does
know.
it- does
now
this
you're
solar
making me want to
maximum-
send a message to Jake, my buddy Jake in Australia, see if anything happened to their internet.
Hey, this is solar
Unlikely.
maximum every 11 years, guys.
Yeah, we're now going to the more active time, which means less flares. Actually, it's when it's dormant and quiet. What we're just coming out of is the more active, believe it or not, and the active is less. But you can get some awesome flares, and some of them can be very intense in strength.
Well, that's because during the active time there's less solar or sunspots, isn't that?
Yeah.
Or is that the other way around?
No. There's less solar sunspots when it's calm.
Yeah, when it's active, it's more. It means
You get
higher
more dark
chance of
spots.
CNEs.
I didn't want to be wrong, so that's why because I couldn't remember it was the opposite.
Yeah, that's when we get a higher
No,
chance of CNEs here.
Yeah, so when it's in its quiet period, it's actually more dangerous because if a sunspot does appear, that means there's some wallop behind it.
Mhm.
And the
Well,
one
technically the wallop would be around.
we're crossing
under.
over at the moment. So the one that it was a super big flare, and the amount of emissions were huge, but the intensity was very low, thankfully, because if it had been high, I mean, it directly hit the Earth, but it was on Australia and New Zealand side.
Yeah, it takes several hours for a CME to hit, which means they had plenty of time to shut down power.
Yeah,
if they needed to.
absolutely. This is the one thing we can control now because we can shut down grids, we can shut down computers, we can protect because it's basically an electromagnetic pulse as big
No more
as
1859 again.
No. However, there will be idiots that say we've got it protected, nothing can touch ours, and
Texas.
I will sit
independent
there
power grid.
and giggle. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Independent power grid will still be affected by
I know.
Yeah.
I know. That's why I said Texas. They will refuse it, and they will only sit here without power. Like we got it covered. We got our own stuff. Yeah, right. Bye, Texas.
I've got one of those. What is it called? The hot cold bags that you can do for shopping that have mylar and aluminum inside to keep stuff hot and cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I use that as a miniature Faraday cage for electronics.
Dude, use a chip. Use a chip bag. It's basic. I just use a chip bag
because this thing is like 2 feet by 3 feet. It's huge.
A potato chip bag is a good Faraday cage.
I can't put my computer in a potato chip bag.
Oh, I'm talking about basic phones and stuff.
With anything else, I'll just take the batteries out.
Yeah, I mean, probably the safest place, apart from turning the fucker off first, a fridge or a freezer will also help.
That's right.
Well, yeah, because it's basically a Faraday cage inside as well.
Yeah, and the cool temperatures and all that. Anyway,
inside your microwave.
Michael, how you doing, darling?
I'm doing all right, all things considered. How's everybody doing this week?
Yeah, it's evening here. Yeah.
Stoned.
Caffeinated.
Well, you're always stoned like who? What are you saying?
Yeah, buddy.
Hey, I didn't comb my hair, okay? That's why I was on there briefly.
Cheers, Elihu.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, I'm on my second cup of coffee. This was my first.
Well, with
So
the
24
hours
hours
I'm doing, Mike. Sorry. With
What?
the hours I'm doing at the moment, Mike, I've moved from Law Classic which is my favorite coffee, to Law
And-
Intense, which is like quadruple the strength of the classic. Now, I have 6 espressos every morning to just make me living, and then I'll have a couple during the day. I've moved to Intense, and I completely forgot because I have a coffee container, so I always pour it in there. And the first coffee I made, and I put my 3.5 tablespoons in my mug. It's a big mug. And
Sorry. We have the legendary Caddy Knight in the chat now. Everybody say hey.
Caddy!
Mr. Vile Child.
Hey, sweetheart. So you finally woke up?
No, she's not awake.
And Jordan, I plan on streaming as long as people want to chat. And to answer Dandelion, yes, I did mention that when Captain MKG joined the stream, I was like, he joins the stream. He's like, what the hell did I walk into? Because we were talking about quantum gravity.
I was hanging in there with you. I was paying attention.
To be fair, you asked me.
I know
I wasn't ramming quantum physics down anyone's throats.
She was given a basic dictation of what it actually is.
I will be sending the bill for the lecture later.
If it wasn't for all the math when I was in college, I would have gotten my degree in physics instead of chemistry.
You can still do it. Dr. Alex. Dr. Alex. You know Dr. Alex? Everyone knows Dr. Alex.
Sorry, if I go back based on everything I've learned, I want to get, if I get a degree, it's going to be in phylogenetics.
Okay.
Because that's my I take it back. If I actually go back to college, I'm going to get a business degree first. Then I'd go into something like phylogenetics for fun.
Okay. Dr. Alex did it later on in his life. He's an astrophysicist. He's a doctor.
And speaking of college, Caddy, when are you going to go to college?
Fuck off. And secondly, you know that I'm going for an acting degree.
Ah.
Either way,
a budding. My sister's in the entertainment industry, Cathy.
Cool.
Well, Caddy,
Sorry,
remember,
30 minutes.
Remember what the great Marlon Brando did during acting class when everybody said, when the teacher said to everybody act like a chicken who's about to, a nuclear strike's about to happen to your chicken. Everybody went crazy, and he proceeded to lay an egg, and the teacher asked him, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm a chicken. What do I know about nuclear weapons?
Okay, I didn't understand half of what he said then.
Yeah.
Oh.
I've been up for all of like 30 minutes. My brain's still in the loading process. If you talk too much to me, I'm just a wall.
That's how I felt when I wake up.
Well, I think it's really nice that you made the effort to come on for your dad.
I probably don't say this as much as I should, but I am honestly impressed and proud of all 3 of my daughters. Even my son Jacob, because all of them are very talented when it comes to the arts. Caddy was in choir, Addie's in choir, and she used to be in drama or theater. Cammie's in theater, so is Jacob. In fact, Jacob has got one of the leading roles in his play that's going to be next month.
Wait, Jacob Les?
Sorry?
Is Jacob Les? What?
What do you mean Les?
Sorry, I heard Jacob has leading role, and my brain auto-corrected to the only play that I know they're putting on, which is Newsies.
No. That's they're not doing. That's Addie's theater choir group. They're not doing the play Newsies. They're just doing the songs.
Damn.
And Jacob is doing a play that the school's teacher wrote or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's playing the bully frog. Remember, he's only 8, so.
Yes. Okay. An 8-year-old can play Les. He is supposed to be young and dumb.
So you're saying he fits his role?
Yeah. As much as I love
Hey.
him, yes. All children are young and dumb. I had a child while I was at work yesterday try to reach into a bag that was not theirs to grab out a drink. That was a fun interaction because I was taking an order, looked over to see what the child was doing, and I watched him grab open the bag. I was like, nope. Excused myself from one customer and went, hey, you can't touch that. I'm really sorry. What are you trying to look at? Well, I saw you put a blue thing in there. Oh, you mean this? This is a drink. You can go ask your parents if you would like one. Okay. Ran off. Walked back, finished up the order, went into the back with the rest of my crew and went, I hate children. In like the most deadpan, tired voice I could muster.
Kind of like Vatic. Fucking solids.
Bye, Dylan.
Later. Have fun in your nature wall.
Goodbye.
Yeah, Caddy, since you're here, I'll tell you, you know the Power Ranger thing I've been working on?
Yeah.
Hi, Dandelion.
Dandelion is working on a map for the campaign.
Fun.
So hopefully, I told her that she could take her time because we still haven't finished the Mimic one shot. So it's going to be a while before we even get to the Power Ranger campaign.
Yeah.
So we got to get together to do that.
Yeah, but both... See, the issue is that Matt works the mornings, I work the nights, and generally we do work the same day. So there's all of like a 2-hour area of which we are together. And then Aaron also generally tends to work the nights with me. I just get there before him and leave after him.
The other thing we could try to do is start a new campaign using one of the online D&D things.
Dad, you have a Discord, and yes, you get access to my Discord again, but...
You know I haven't checked your Discord stuff in like 6 months, right? I stopped caring after you turned 18 for the most part.
Yeah, I also then made a different Discord because I got annoyed with the idea that you could be looking at my messages.
Okay. Okay.
Internet privacy, thank you very much.
To understand what was going on, a friend of mine who I'm not going to mention worked for the company that started Discord.
Discord.
And
everyone, Vilemike just went southern.
Because I was Caddy's parent, and she was under 18, he was able to give me access to her account so that I could see every message that she received or sent. I could not interact with those people, but I could see her messages. And I did the same thing for her and her younger siblings.
And then I got tired of that and made it.
She literally got tired of me being like, so who's this person? And why are you talking to them?
And so I made an entirely different account and just never told him.
Just out of curiosity, Catty, how old were you when he was monitoring you?
17, 16.
16.
All right. In this country, at 16, you're an adult.
Well, in this country, it's 18, and technically, and in some respects, it's not until you're 25.
Yeah. You lot are weird.
Yeah, Americans are weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? And I, an American, agree with that. We are weird.
Because you're the weird one.
It's hilarious here. You can smoke. You can get married. You can have kids. But you can't drink till you're 18.
Yeah, some places you can't vote till you're 21.
Well, Yvette, there are literally state governments in the United States that are trying to legalize marriage starting at age 12 again in the U.S.
Oh my God, not again.
Yeah.
What is it with you Americans and young girls?
I don't know.
Not a clue.
Weird.
But they're like, they want to
in the
legalize
old
it. As long as
days,
the parents say
I
it's okay,
understood
you can get
it.
married at 12.
I met a lot of African tribes when I was in doing my Kenya tour, and they marry young. But they do deals with other tribes. Now I get that, to a degree. I mean, the whole, you know, I can't comment because it's their way of life out there. However, in the civilized world, 12, well, I can't say it on here because the P word. The P word.
Uh-huh.
Potatoes.
Please don't ruin potatoes for me.
That's just wrong.
Yeah, according to this, and I know I was complaining about blog entries beforehand, but this is a blog from the Reeves Law Group. They said that according to the nonprofit Unchained at Last, their compiled statistics for marriages from between 2000 and 2012 in 38 states, over 150,000 12-year-olds were married in the United States for the 38 states that allow it.
Jesus.
No.
You mean there's states already that allow it?
Yep, at least 38 in the United States. Over half.
Wow.
That is disgusting.
Most of which are due to religious exemptions because
What a surprise!
they can bypass the regular laws by claiming religion.
Of course.
And most of those girls, I'm sorry, it's not just 12-year-olds, it's 12 to 14. I don't know if that makes it any better.
No, it doesn't. But continue.
So, yeah, almost more than, let's say, all but 23% of them married people who are over the age of 18. So that means 77% of all those marriages were to legal adults.
Ew.
Ew.
Because America.
America, fuck yeah.
They keep that pretty quiet.
Ah.
That's the first I've heard of that.
Oh, and Caddy, do you like my new background?
It's gay, of course I do. What else did you expect from me? You realize I clicked on the video not because it was you, but because of the gay.
Oh, well, thank you. I originally put this background on just because Friday night, I had someone, a Jehovah's Witness, come to the house, told me I should murder you because you were dating a trans person.
I'm sure they didn't use the word murder, but I
Well,
get your drift.
They quoted the biblical passage saying that if your non-virginal child is raped, you should stone that child to death.
Lovely.
Very compassionate.
Because remember, if you rape a virgin, it is not a crime, according to the Bible.
Because that makes perfect logical sense.
This is, and I'm probably going to ruffle some feathers here. This is a book that man wrote from stories from thousands of years ago.
Of other
Bird,
news
Bird says it's gay. I just thought it was a cool rainbow. Bird, it is both.
Gay.
It is both, Bird.
I mean, if anybody wants to
It's
ban a book
okay.
from schools,
It's okay to like it, Bird.
you know, if anyone wants to ban a book from schools, the Bible should be banned. It's full of murder, rape, incest, sex.
Well, Bird is technically correct because he says it's not a crime if you marry her. And the reason it's not a crime is because you have to marry her. Otherwise, you are then put to death because you have basically ruined her father's property.
Oh.
And you are charged 20. I think it's 23 pieces of silver or something like that.
Sorry,
Well,
all I can think
Darren
is,
will be okay. He collects silver.
Sorry, all I got is copper. We got a shitload of pennies.
I think I have.
Okay, yeah, I am definitely hungry. I need to get food in my system.
Sorry, all my brain can think is just, honestly, the Bible's pretty hardcore. I mean, there is a whole thing where, God just wipes out most of mankind with a giant fucking wave. That's fucking hardcore.
Yeah, it's full of murder, rape, incest, sex. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, book for deviants, look.
They got a whole book dedicated to sex. It's called the Song of Solomon.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. And incest. It's called Genesis.
A book for deviants might be my favorite thing.
Yeah, incest.
No,
Incest.
one of my
Genesis.
favorite
Oh.
one of my favorite conversations with my Aunt Jan when she was telling me the Bible is a children's book and should be read to children. I said, would you be happy if I read to Glenn, who at the time, I'm sorry, Eric, because Eric was the youngest. It's like, how about I read to him my favorite passages from the Bible? And she's like, no. I'm like, why?
No.
They're inappropriate. Well, how is it inappropriate if the whole book's for children? Shut up. And the sad thing is, Eric's like in his 30s now. My youngest cousin is in his 30s. I feel old.
That's because you are old.
Yeah, you are old.
I am
Your
not
brother
old. I'm
is
not 40 yet.
You're an old man.
Yeah, he
Dad.
hasn't passed 40 yet. He's not old.
Dad.
Captain NKG, how old are you?
36. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, I
36.
think I'm the youngest one on the channel other than Caddy. But,
Father.
Yvette's only 34, so she's the
Oh.
youngest.
Yeah, right. Thank you. Stop
Father.
creeping up to me.
Father, do you want to know how you could also categorize another way to say that you're old? You have a child that is a legal adult.
that's why I seem old, is because I have a 19-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
You're old. You have an adult child. You are old.
Bird saying, if you could be a grandfather, you are old.
Do you want to know how old is old? Paul Rudd is the exact same age Wilford Brimley was when he was in Cocoon. That's old.
Yeah, but Paul Rudd doesn't age, so that's not fair.
I don't know who Paul Rudd is.
Ant-Man
Ant-Man.
And that's why I don't know, because I don't watch that crap.
Okay. God, he was also in, what was that movie?
Gee, I forgot. Look, somebody IMDb.
Let's see.
Google Mobile. IMDb.
What the fuck is he doing? Is he awake or is that my mother? Okay, so it ain't him. I didn't need to grab a fork anyways. None of you talk. I'm in a
Let's see.
room with
He was in Clueless, Romeo and Juliet, 200 Cigarettes, Cider House Rules.
Don't worry. It won't register for long in my brain.
40-Year-Old
It's
Virgin,
irrelevant
Night at the Museum.
information.
Oh, that's right. 40-year-old virgin.
All right, gorillas, you're heading out for the day. Have a good day.
Later, dude.
All right. Later, Jordan.
Yeah, I gotta head out too because I need food.
Yeah, I'll probably end the stream once we hit 3 hours. I only stayed on for the extra hour because Yvette joined.
Okay, I guess I'll wait 10 minutes.
And now I'll probably stay. I'll definitely wait because Caddy's on, because it's always a thrill to have Caddy on the stream.
Oh,
Because I love my baby girl. Even if she's 19, she's still my baby girl.
so Eli, who you off to the pastry shop?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the pastry shop. I'm gonna get either a muffin or a scone. I got my scooter fully charged, so I don't have to walk.
Oh, Mike, nearly
What
forgot.
up?
Sorry.
LDG wanted to be here, but he's out doing a real job, so
Awesome.
he couldn't be
Hi.
here.
Sorry, I just had to run through my room and try to not wake up the sleeping boyfriend. Because I made mac and cheese and I did not have a fork to eat the said mac and cheese.
Use your fingers.
Oh, hell no.
What? They're not clean?
What about a spoon?
Yeah. You get more cheese
I
goo.
don't want to wash a spoon and or a fork. We have over 100 plastic forks in our room. I just went and grabbed one. And a soda. And then I had a Gatorade fall on me.
All
The
right.
epitome of
Can I ask
laziness.
a stupid question, sweetheart?
Why do you
Yes.
have plastic
Why do you have
forks?
plastic utensils in the bedroom?
Yeah, that's something your dad does not want to know. Please do not answer that question.
Or if the reason is something I don't want to know, just say that.
Because we have snacks in there that are used to eat with a fork.
She's a pot noodle midnight freak.
Hold on. I now have to play this. All right. You're 19 years old now. I figure it's about time you got one after all your complaining.
I love how you changed that from stun to kill. Like, no, kill. Yeah, bye, Daddy.
But Bird wants to know, plastic forks, what about Garbage Island? Well, maybe
Yeah.
Garbage Island needs some plastic forks.
Why can't you be like me and just reuse the same plastic fork, knife, and spoon over and over and over and over again?
Because yours are reusable, mine aren't.
All plastic stuff will
What?
be usable if you wash it.
Am I missing something? Does no one use like metal things anymore?
Well,
to eat with?
We have
joke
them.
is,
I
you
just
bet,
don't want to deal with dishes.
you bet, Mrs. Vile a long time ago gave me a set of utensils that I keep in the car.
Mm-hmm.
That occasionally I'll bring in the house to wash, but they're like made of a much sturdier plastic in order to be reusable. And I've literally been using them for like 2 or 3 years now. The same plastic knife, spoon, and fork.
Right.
So, and it's just kind of funny that, and if I can't wash them and I leave them in the car, I have alcohol wipes that I leave in the car, and I'll use the alcohol wipes to clean them.
Okay.
Which annoys the hell out of Mrs. Vile because she doesn't consider that sanitary.
Also, I just need everyone to know this. I am eating white cheddar mac and cheese with a cherry Coke for breakfast.
I heard a can.
I have no problem with people eating anything for breakfast because it is either lunchtime, breakfast, or dinner somewhere on the planet. So it doesn't matter what you eat.
Yeah, I got coffee.
And besides, an English breakfast is, pretty much everything you'd eat for lunch, dinner, and breakfast in one.
Beans and
Let's
mash.
see. I got a free muffin when I got my coffee this morning, so I've had a coffee and muffin.
I'm about to go get a muffin.
That's not a pastry.
Not a cupcake, a muffin.
That's still not a pastry.
Or a
Pastries are things like Danish pastries or croissants or pain au chocolat.
Or a scone.
No, that's a cake.
Sorry, I literally started typing "are muffins" and the first thing that pops up is pastries. And according to this, the definition of a muffin is a small pastry. So yes, muffins are pastry.
That's America for you. They can't even define a cake and a pastry.
Well,
Pastries like Danish pastries are made with pastry. Muffins are made with flour, egg, and milk. That's a cake.
There are some pastry shops here that will sell cupcakes and advertise them as muffins. No, it's
Cupcakes.
made with baking powder, not baking soda. Come on.
It's in the word cupcake.
Yeah, it's not a muffin. They will advertise it as a muffin, but it's a huge cupcake. I'm like, that's not a muffin.
Oh Lord.
Americans, we're weird.
Oh, literally, there's an on this Reddit post. There's an argument between British and American folks about whether muffins are pastries or not, and literally, what Yvette just said was like, no, what counts as pastries are tarts, quiches, pies, croissants, and pasties, not cupcakes or muffins.
Correct. Anything that is made with pastry is a pastry dish. Anything that's made with cake ingredients is a cake. It's not rocket science, people.
I'm fairly sure the American definition of pastry is like anything that it could be considered a sweet that is baked.
Yeah, that's an
Oh
American.
Lord. You see,
We're weird.
this is the problem. I mean, your biscuits are scones. You put fucking gravy, which isn't even gravy. It's roux sauce with things in it because it's white. And biscuits here are what you call cookies. We actually have a cookie. It's a particular biscuit called a cookie. You know, we don't call all biscuits cookies because we have different types of biscuits. Cookie being just one of them. Yeah. I don't, yeah.
Talking about these sweets is getting me hungry. I gotta go. I gotta get some.
See, I now want to point this out. We also technically do have the like different kind of cookies, but our way of like classifying what is a cookie is literally just classifying what's in them.
Yeah. Whereas a cookie here is a specific type of biscuit made specifically different to most other biscuits because biscuits are generally crunchy and cookies are generally a bit soft. And you get like double chocolate chip, white chocolate chip, raisin. You get Smartie cookies. You get all sorts of cookies. But they're cookies. Then you have things like dark chocolate digestive biscuits, milk chocolate digestive biscuits, hobnobs. That's an oat biscuit. You have shortbread, which is butter-based biscuit.
Well, Yvette, you might be surprised to know that there are some companies in the U.S. that are now advertising these breakfast cookie things that they're calling biscuits, and they're basically the like English versions of biscuits.
Wow.
Yeah, and they, to be honest, they taste fucking horrible.
Yeah, Beniva.
Yeah,
I hate those. I tried them.
I had a coupon to try a free. It literally was a free box of their blueberry biscuits, and they tasted like blueberry flavored cardboard.
Yeah, do not buy Beniva, people. Okay, I'm gonna take off because I'm hungry. I gotta leave, guys.
All right, well, yeah, it's 11 o'clock. I should probably end it soon, but I'm gonna finish the cigar first.
But I need food. So
I will say I've never seen a blueberry biscuit.
Later, guys.
We have shoe-fly biscuits that are called Garibaldi. But, yeah. Biscuits aren't named after what you fill them with here. They're what they are. So,
Yeah.
a bourbon is 2 dark chocolate biscuits wedged with chocolate cream in the middle. And they are oblong. That's a bourbon. A custard cream is a vanilla biscuit, square, top and bottom, and it's filled with like a custard cream. That's a custard cream biscuit.
Yeah,
Rich tea biscuits have tea in them.
Yeah, I think what we call vanilla wafers would blow your mind here.
Yeah, I've kind of gone off wafers. My sister bought me 15 packets for Easter.
No, a vanilla wafer is a type of cookie that's flavored like banana.
I hate banana flavored things.
But
I love bananas. I like bananas. Banana flavored things are disgusting. I love coffee, but I can't stand coffee flavored things.
I'm just trying to get you to understand. This is a cookie that our version of a cookie flavored like banana that we call vanilla wafers.
But is it
That's
wafer?
cream
Is
inside
it a
of
No,
the-
it's
wafer?
cookie. It's like a sugar cookie.
Right. So, not you. You know, the law here is whatever it's called has to be what it is. So, you cannot call American cheese cheese. It's American slices. However, if you are calling something a wafer and it isn't made of a wafer, you cannot put wafer on the product. So it's kind of,
Hold on.
when you go shopping here, whatever it says on the tin is what you're getting. It makes life a lot easier.
Okay. What would you call these, Yvette? Hopefully it'll show up on the screen soon. I don't know why it's taking so long.
I like how
Oh,
now
I see.
this has gone from like really deep, intense talk to food.
Yeah.
Why is
Like-
it showing up for you guys or no?
No,
No.
we got the little wheel of death at the moment.
There
It's
we go.
Thinking.
Okay. You look at those. What would you call those?
Sun biscuits.
Yeah, we call them vanilla wafers.
They are not wafers, they're sun biscuits.
Nope.
That is not a wafer.
I completely agree with you.
It's an American wafer.
It's not even an American wafer because everything else that's called a wafer is like air puffed thing. It's weird.
Yeah, no, they look
I'm
like
thinking-
sun biscuits. Sun biscuits are lovely. But yeah, no,
But yeah,
that's not a wafer.
these
You
are
try-
traditionally eaten
you
with
tried to
banana
sell-
pudding.
Sell that to an English person and call it a wafer, and they open it up and get those.
Someone's getting slapped.
Yeah.
The only thing
Alright.
that Americans care enough about, like that, is I think either guns or fucking alcohol. And
Well,
yes, I am playing into that stereotype.
Well, as we've made the joke many times, America.
America.
And my dad now sounds dead.
No, who? I think I was talking to the younger Vile kid's mom yesterday about the guns thing, and she had never seen the scar on my leg from when my brother shot me,
Wonderful.
and it was just kind of funny because she's like, "Oh, I didn't know you've been shot." I was like, "That's just one of them."
Oh my god.
Yes, I've been shot twice. Both accidentally, both by family members.
Oh dear.
There's a 50-50 chance every time I walk into my bedroom that I'll get shot with a Nerf gun full of gel balls.
Well, that's cool. I like Nerf guns, especially
No,
Timmy's
these are like,
latest
these are
one.
like mini BB guns.
We used to have potato guns. They're now banned, unfortunately. I could leave bruises on my sister's forehead with one of those. God, they were
Yvette,
great.
I once built a potato gun that shot over 300 meters.
Oh, they could fire really far.
Oh, we used to make those things out of PVC pipe. We had fun with those.
Yep. We had good childhoods before the whole planet went Looney Tunes. I'm being polite.
Again, all I can think about is just Matt. My lovely boyfriend decided to, without telling me, spend, $30-$40 on a Nerf gun that shoots gel balls. He did not tell me he bought this.
Well,
Instead,
you
when
guys-
I got home from work that day, he was in the room, and because it was a nice day, I decided to walk home. And this was one of the times I didn't get off at like midnight. And so when I get home, I open up the door and get pelted by gel balls.
Are they
Okay.
anything like paintballs?
Do you know what?
Because
Well,
they
no.
fucking
Do you know
hurt.
what Orbeez are,
They're-
Yvette?
I'll say they're like Orbeez.
Oh, well, they Orbeez. I know what an Orbeez is, yeah.
Okay, so that's basically what this thing shoots is small Orbeez.
Ah, they're not gonna hurt.
Slightly thicker casing.
Mm.
They don't squish as easy.
No.
But okay, I'm done with my cigar, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. Thank you for everyone who was on, who even those who already left, and special thanks to my wonderful, beautiful baby girl, even though she's 19, Caddy.
No.
Because I actually made the attempt to get out of bed around a decent time.
All right, later, folkses.
Bye, bye.